training in this aya jumedia ye fan final lap power brasom pachumedia no sunini ana chesenano pe ho nsem ni nyina no ye de eba ye be chance e de free chese krona eno so na Saudi Arabia and Saudi Arabia for no wo so Manchester bi eba so na de ten say wo remen so na Saudi onum senro ye benya Ronaldo no na ma choso mo ye adwuma ne kama ansana ye be ko mo dia no so onum sa akwadana ye fan Ivan Tony eba sa samani mo wo so to no ema chese Tony Konia ye fan so ugly and wo game no and some na ba so ema boboku a ye fan so ugly omo 4-2 and some na ti adama ka wa brasa game no and some na ba so nyina no owura fan Ivan Tony about 2 goals our sama chenemo na adeba kono se enra ana cheso no abeke the debut and so awo fie a chesa koba sa the first official game wano some abo ama chesa ugly awo fie no wano some anya sa goals ni nyina no se enra aye Gabriel Veiga ono about first goal and watch a frontier ye fans Iman Falata ono aba restore parity ama game aye 1-1 omo koba second half no and owura fans Ivan Tony and some about second goal ama ugly and watch Yabanya Farouk Shafai, one also be taken Emma game no, and some na 2-2 ansana Roberto Firmino Okaino, one about 90 plus 8 minutes go, and Ivan Tony about 90 plus 16 minutes go, and na game at Chesenwano, and some about Emma 4-2 Abamo, and some Adama Angli Bobo Kuna, and Ivan Tony and Yoma Anna Chesano Penino, Yade update in Ebium, and some Naya Bobo Kua, your fans out 85, almost game no. And some more pass over fear. Now, a job I couldn't say. Woman to fear, I'm Steven Gerrard on your coach, and some Mama Itifakino, woman some Alizu 3-0 Emma Bobakua, your fans Al Nassar, and what gamer, and also some Nabas one on Southfono, and some Nakoya Jumanakama first goal, na a penalty Anabama, and some Nakunko, your Quajanetira, or reference C. Ronaldo, one of some about first goal Mabakua, your fans said Nassar to accept Snibby, and the attack can say highlight Nibino, and I just your project Adiama were running. No, I shot Rakado on Semino, and some Matama our TV no, and after Facebook Korean and Ronaldo, and some first goal no, not just a penalty and what Yabena Brantia, your fan Salam Al Naji, no, and some about second Grama Nasabo Kono, and Anderson Taliska, and some Narabakusos Arama Saita, your fan said Nasan Tenra, Wamashami as Emma Steven Gerrard Omutimono, and some 90 me and Tibi. Now Abjaba Konos and what game and El Personal, Jaman can say before na chesa si Ronaldo babamana wano some ababo ama chesa Nassar wamu junior team ano ay under 15 no na chesa kurana adikabo 2 goals adiama chesa Nassar and Kodana ansana later and for the funny game no and no some abasu to moment akoba say Ronaldo eshe go now what then is etene adiakoba bi akodana ye fan say Ronaldo junior and some ate Ronaldo ay ne some yes appointed and some trying to burn you know, and some others say, and Opa Usha 2 goals. Oh, Papa made a back walk and ATM Yaba hat trick, and some Adiama Bobokua, your fun son Nassar, and no, just a near Canasa reaction or your fun son Ronaldo, and some other man ban our brasa Tamakwadani, I just Yama video form Awosha, Papanum dedicated or Denensano, at Tenan Banasua, what just a shop Bako Ushabiano, and Tiama hat trick, and some other man Nassar Bobokuna Kodano, never better than Saturn and Sunny or Busa say, I want one, I just and you may cross our stand cinema, yet I updated at Dema Onum Sandra, and some other first official gamer, one coach and Francis Stefano Pioli, I'm about catchers one. Ekoya Jumano and some Adiama Nassar Emra and I just won the first official game. Now the match boss Emra Yasem almost start a match in a bra. One who said you game them a sequel. Now just a Nassar Ampawa Kwawe. Washa Bakom Washami you know Washami is a Drew baby. Not Nassar supporters not Shasia and no more to and just a chanta Emra. No more chanting you know and some others say Pioli is on fire. Pioli is on fire tonight. I just know I knew my Emra across Omotonum and some Nadiamo new coach. Your friend Stefano Pioli. Now Jaminian in the many Jana Emra. Yes, after the game. I don't know coach and so penny. Nam buy your first game and you fear away. And I just Bokum say was who I must have a diagro and one must be of a boy league nibi kek obase. Wabaji aye Saudi or pro league title and some Nadiama Ar Nassar. A 2 hour watching us I Ebia Bobo Kwabi Arisa Hilan. nom ane kyese bia agle nom aye adwuma no nyina no wono purely aba say wabagye ne yakane say aye title no enso adama boboku a ye fan say nom aye nasar a kyese no nyina no enso aye update free na so ye enso ade aba Hakim CH wono na kwakwa fasam aba na gentia make us Hakim CH ade asema bani nyina no ensom ade sashak di kama me CH post ni bi our IG yesen onim sa ayan tokwa akoso ama yaka wasam sa Palestine for entokwa na chesa Israel fani ade nyina no akoso na ya de ba ko a the moment you player wo ba comment e wo ho anase bia wo ye player wo ba kire wadwen awon tokwa no ho no etimi ade asotwe ama o me ka kra Morocco ni akwada ba kwa na nche bia we born by our France am saying Jumadi no woman ban and watch woman sound fine in America fan some P by now CH and ye Demian say later oko delete the last post and some our IG as the last post our IG no na kasam editia on one kasa nikuro our film achasanum ayo Morocco no wa kaseti o man no say sa nani nyina say CH the kan post say and you my elkoso nyina no say entwaye na oman bia wo ba support anyoma elkoso ane cheso oman bia wo ba support sa basabasa ane sanyoma elkoso nyina no shame on you ana chesa nim kwasien kamo enough enough and wachi wotiri e ba sene nyama manom ane chesa ne nyama mo Morocco mo wiasa fa nyina no samo so mo de mo jim na se bia mo so support nyoma elkoso our Palestine for yi wo mo so anipa wu enkwata wu a na chesa someone kasanya misuro ane chas ala suro ene mumukra chas wo kabi emetri omaina eno some aya Morocco ama me no kasai no yesem anu akwa fansam pi esom ajabe sansan nsem no no wo de kan posti aba Brazil ya chance post no na chasam anu wo hye gentia me kasa anu wo hye enyina no say messages ane wom ane say na messages ni nyina no ensom message ane say wo be so make ade ba ko class ade no ensom ane say wo use F word Edma Israel and was saying to F word Edma on main beer almost support to Subina Israel for them identity I'm a Kim CH I'm a 14 atom and some asopano I'm a Geminian Sabama San Quaco delete I had the post our branding nano and some update to Abba on Samano yet the Emma yet for anano pay and some I was sure so much as out of P and some other cosmom who call a Yesukuru Salakoglu Stadium and then I have found a Balchi woman and Galatasaray and Abomano Kasain Galatasaray team no woman krokodru ayefare na bunch kronimo na adeba kono say mancha eba sonum say manager fan say Jose edi kan be ewa abromo ko sane akwatan na ye fan say ayo semen ama chesen sempi aba say oyobi o dive pa enti de men say kan nyina na say yese ayefare na bunch omo supporters a womo som aba stadium ni nyina no womo say referee emanani ensom anko sa akwatan no ho referee emanani ensom anko osime on sa Kobasa biana womu simen eshe JC abobo esum ama Galatasaray womu kotororeti adia ye can say diving ahu baby asem free ba said Joseph beka wasem tiro ema me ma break ema me catch us asem we many janum edim ne ntia wo kasa wa chance yentem esansa yese wo buru nso ntama and wanim aye kokoti Joseph asema wo koke on the last day and asempo aye after say transfer market close here now few days later a baso Simon Eko Galatasaray no and ye just interview and some about my conference no and some by and supporters no and ya show me trim say and you can say kodan a dive and 99 woman say fan about you for no woman and some Eko Simon ho na Jamaican so player your fan say Maro Ikadi what ten can check or pry na annual training session air course no report to me say can say Ikadi and also not me your training every day you say one your behind to boy no and some I available Jamaican say Kobasa na ju amomacha eba so many jana ye fan say Okan Boruk wonom ama kodane kwan na say bia coach ne ka say bia branch no emmo enama chiri bia kwan bia so boy no and some I already say wonom abesia kan dia maboku a ye fan say Galatasaray achesane nyina no and some I update eba honsem no ye de ama ye to for ene anopai and some our sure so enra womu game about our Spanish Primera División way La Liga Santander Enra Bobo Fansa Deportivo Alaves Omushem Ama Sevilla Timuno Wamuche Kanmu Bako na chasa feed masa enyo na Sevilla fon Enrasa Colusi na Carlos Vicente wonom and about first goal and what Carlos Martin about second goal ama Deportivo Alaves and Sena Dotti look Bakio at Kanabako and some Adiama Sevilla Bobo Kona and no game Enra no so paso woko aye Germany Enra Osbeck almost what tenafie womuluzu 3-2 Adamatima ye found some nice new fool I know and some game about so and what you Kayari culture where are you Kayari now game about and one Kayari Bobo Kuno woman some Latinum Elusu 2-0 and some Adama Empoli Omutimono and one game about Lorenzo Colombo one about first Guadama Saita you found Empoli and Sena and yes Sebastiano Esposito and some about second goal and some Mama Empoli away and what you Bobo Kua you found Helen Zoronia woman some Elusu 3-2 Adama Torino and game about Suna Adeba Conse our French league in Enra Bobo Kai Fanasa OJC Nissi Wamusha Makuma Enwache Wamusha 8 Emma Tima Yafana Saint-Etienne Romantimi and Timuba Kokra na Ayanim Guasianing in Anasan match way am sana ababa market obia shabi chesano goals of buso ama tangi in Dombeli woman na shego Muhammad Ali Cho woman na shego anwa Yusufa Mukoko one about 2 goals arma saida ye fan said nisi ebiem ensom ayo Sofian Diop nom and just Pablo Rosario omunyina no ensom anya bi sha enwa na adeba kwa one say tema wo start match wo ball be say 39 minutes na nisi ashe 6-0 and the team I Saint-Etienne and after 39 minutes yamo 40 minutes near show Makuma 6 and you can supporters etna and some match ni biom adeba konso say enra wo some akwa way and shak mama away section and no baby and our supporters ni tie dru baby na chese em some away dampan on ye wo mu nyina akwa so ko fe that was answer yes o kwa we the kwan one ye show bra and they said you kwa hane hamle o kwan tin team amoso o sha sentama na wadru ntam te enra after 39 minutes me a show 6-0 I was some am kwantam tenra na chese baby a wo hwe no ensom aya work session eho ananasa te termo supporters no tia wo mo som akoye na enwa wa bra koba se nisi elbo gum no man am celebration as our patch no so ye ni kan ko patch no so okay abranche na ye fan Dante ye kan Danta When you Brazil, you could done a term. Now a ball and some animal bamunchina. You found a bomb film. Costa Santos Dante. On you outside, wait to say us now. Well, on Diana, you can't say the Guinness a tuono. I said United for the quack kunibino. Also, I know you're magazine for the quack to me. Yam almost if I come by there. I have Momodi Buguna, somebody Sobia Petosana, almost matches in the summer to tour to pom. We're in the 9th of January. Not just so much 8 and no more. A general I will film same a tradition. I when German second in answer way and some pioneer. You can say canon as a canon fire enra. Way by a nisi I'm traditional. Woman to celebrate you I'm victory enra and no some of course yenti said the enra no and no some esukoi. Yes, na chasano and out inside you pom chasano. I knew my course and because I know more. What much will be a shan and Makuma Kung watching Tiano. Now I was a celebration in San Yomanino. And so Bass a fresh shack from a common dressing room and ra. One more German and so many dear four and roll locker room almost 8 and one more dressing room and here. I just so many Jama Bros. You're for hitting a crabby. Yes, na chese no nisi for ne fight and so our local room our bra excepts ne ho nsem ne nyina no yete ema yete for enano pay life and so our shows one our Premier League matches our bra games out of pinano and so baso and early kickoff waso den a obetimi akom nemom wunyo bia waso den ye kasa wutie na chese oya kwada pa opa enko kra na ne nyina no say we aye London derby bibia timisi 11:30 no pay and a worst time and so I will feel omni bobokua your fan said Chelsea a game the baso referee na ne din ade Samuel Barrott ono and a kwakwanto aye game and also baso our brown some no yet the match and 11:30 and abaso other games are coming no Aston Villa wamubo Wolves and watch Fulham and some and Newcastle abo obenya bobokua your fan said Leicester City wamu some and Everton ababo your Liverpool and Bournemouth our Anfielder and a game at 2 years as a match in the basso. What can say last week? I come as a Liverpool and some Nalusu game I will fear no at the man not in a mass and now Bournemouth for one share. Liverpool bet me a show 8 at the Serie A will be actually be a shane Tommy and Ibra and some other bassa match wemo a Liverpool and a Bournemouth and Apple and watch Southampton. Almost some an Ipswich town or drew the new I Tottenham almost stadium where your Bobo Cavans Tottenham almost ball and some other Brentford our brand gamer and also some other coso your Crystal Palace and a teamer your friend Manju game no I 4:30 and as a match and abaso referee David Coote no and a center referee Amasa gamer and also some other coso Yamia Mortina your Brighton and Nottingham and what you Bobokua your friend some Man City and some other Arsenal and some 3:30 Otinaria and a South City 4 gamer and abaso our fear our promo and some other Bobo Cavans Arsenal Elbono Wamos Abo referee no catch on say a referee Michael Oliver no and some other Kwakoti Man City Wamos some other Bobo fans Arsenal Wamos game about Ali kick off no you taken from the top way now match about some other game at Chelsea as our report I mean you say and I'm no say when him say Adeba Kuyasa Yana Obiasi I top 4 I top 4 him said the last 2 seasons baby at Chelsea Wamusu place in Nanya now and once and training Bakubusa coach na your father Enzo Maresca so penny yes I'm said you but far catch and so I top 4 and was saying Yano credit ono or Baba Frenchman Obian and Ninkomo Wobian Kabibian Trano and Obian some answer channel and can trying to say Ebia can be also finishing here you can't say top 4 to one more can say the top 4 and the best soon the Jumadian and was say and come be on my Tessa and no and some of course was baby at Chelsea Eddie last 2 seasons baby at Chelsea Eddie last season you know not just our form into a month for top 4 man say I know and I target yenti and so Maresca and Sama what the tone central for him.
I said already, no one, since I met the first time the owners and the sport director, they never mentioned me to finish top 4 and the target was top 4.
But do you think the squad's good enough to finish top 4?
I think this is a good squad, but I also said that if the last 2 years we finish 12 and we finish 6, to improve is not something automatic. You need progress. You need progress. Yeah, you need progress. So I think the squad is good, but the only way to reach some important target like top 4, just to try to be focused on game after game. Otherwise, if you think about April, May, is too far.
Yes, and no, I kakra coach at Fanasa Enzo Maresca, and I'll tell you, your dinner excepts and my for Enano pay, and some now was shown also now on Jenny Central Ediano, and was say I couldn't buy us so be a Bonabasso Central Ebam against I Bournemouth and Namswa, and my Chelsea at Dim Kunima, I was so much anymore. Was this so crack of a player Abba? Nasabia play and one the motivation our form and what to play and a passion, and some our former on to me make a difference, you know. Now so Central Abaye. Be on Sakura and Yoma or Yen in Chase. Now we are Tausa can be a suburb on the ball, and some Adiama Charles and Tondo Mutini say, I yet there I was at Twas Sansa. I'm not to my boy not burning and you know match and qua. Medically about 2 of him say, one send a motobo ounce our training at Chasakotano and some Alukushap our brandy and no I update about Chelsea for reference Lautaro Martinez Ebium and Saboba on him so you'll be at Chelsea for no or some Amascautenate. Now from anyone that traded by yɛsɛ discussion in nyina no sɛ ɛne yɛsɛ anka Chelsea kwenta ho a anka ɔmo bɛ sɛ wɔn nso ada mantene bi aresa ebi aka na Chukwu Emeka Benoit Badiashile ale Mikalo Mudreknom amiɛnsa ekwana bi a wɔn ne kakra de asɔso na nka ponte na yɛfa no sɛ Lautaro Martinez no wɔn nso akwakofa no enso de no ba ɛnom ayɛ kakra fi ɔmo so yɛ enso ngata ba Liverpool team no wo kan sɛ me de betu dwa sɛ time a wɔn transfer market bi yɛ a wɔn yɛ sɛ kwan bia so akoda na ɛfa no sɛ ɛyɛ Anthony Gordon wɔn nso aba so ɔmo fa no na ama so ɛma meka kyerɛ sɛ boy no obeste ɛhɔ no bobo kwan fa no sɛ Newcastle wɔn tumi tonton nkoda no bi ade balance ɔmo books no ɛma PSR ɛmra no wɔn nso ayɛ safe ɛwɔ hɔ na demi nya no nyina no sɛ medika no betu dwa so ɔmo bɛ sɛ boy no nso assign new contract ɛma boboku a yɛfa no sɛ Newcastle ɛna me no kasɛn no demi nya no sɛ sika wɔn sɛ ɔmo ready sa akoda no ɔmo dema no anaasɛ ɔmo de hyɛ no contract no mo nso ayɛ sɛ wɔn ɛsɛn a wɔbɛyɛ the highest paid player nso ɛwɔ Newcastle ɔmo so yɛ wɔn bɛ sɛ bi akoda no ɛbɛkɔ Liverpool team no ɛnti nkabɛyɛ nkɔnti aseɛ na ɔnsan pɛ ɔno ɛna bɛgye sika kɛse ɛwɔ boboku a yɛfa no sɛ Newcastle ama me no kasɛn no nso ayɛ update ɛbɛn no wɔtwe ɔmo strike na yɛfa no sɛ Alexander Isak nso deɛ no demi nya no sɛ woduru boboku a no sɛ PSG a wɔn nso aba so ɔmo yɛ no ɔmo fa Isak no nso de ne kɔ na Isak no deɛ na me no kasɛ wɔntwa kora deɛ bɛsɛ 85 million pounds ɛno ayɛ amount a ɛwɔ so twa sɛ na Isak no ɔnso atumi afɛ sɛ sɛ yɛsɛ Paris Saint-Germain fɔ no gyiri ba sɛ gye baako a wɔn nso alake ayɛ tebeka number 9 no ntina na nkɔmɔ pa branche na yɛfa no sɛ Osimhen onye Osimhen a ɛnam unya Isak nso ade ne ba ne kwan so ano no ano nso ayɛ update ɛba na Manchester bobokuo no ɛnɛ Jamie Nyan sɛ wɔn hyɛnse no former coach Emma Chufi yɛfa no Mas Allegri kasa ato hɔ ansɛ ɔmo no abrɛ bi ɔmo planning ahead enti yɛse kasa no nyina no sɛ wɔn nso ɛde manager ne ba saa frame ne mu no nyina no sɛ sɛ ne wɔkyena bi ɛba sɛ bi ankɔ yi ama Ten Hag na so ɔmo yɛ so ɔmo pam coach a yɛfa no sɛ Ten Hag gadi a na ne yɛ no akasa deda nti ɛnya afei ɛna aba bɛ start negotiation ne adeɛ bia nie enti wodi nkɔmɔ no to na wɔkyena bi aba sɛ bi manager ne kɔ a na yɛ fofo diamant me no kasɛn no wɔn nso ade Mas Allegri akasa ekoduru baabi na sɛ bia coach we ekɔde a Allegri no nso abɛnya mo ba na manager fa no sɛ Ten Hag no nso ade warning ɛma na kodan na yɛ fa no sɛ Marcus Rashford oyobi a yɛso no so night life and Japan anadwo de ma sɛ ɛne da brutanti yɛsɛ ɔmo susu sɛ no ɛna kan bi ama kodan ne form no ɔno nso aba form na denti ama manfo fu sɛ kan bi and say manager ne say sɛ woyɛ player na sɛ bia bɛ so ɔmɔdom ɛpagya woyɛ player na bɛ so dwumadi a wodi ɛma ma yu ɛkɔ soro nkwa de a off the pitch awɔ sɛ ɔhwɛ osuma bi yie the moment nso bɛka off the pitch no yɛka on the pitch adeɛ a ɛda sɛ bia woba training sɛ bia wo bɔbɔ ama team ano yɛ wane mom sɛ wo ni club na so yɛ sɛ bia wo kɔ fie ana sɛ bia wanya off day mo kɔ holidays ana sanyo man nyina no awɔ sɛ o consider ne ye yɛsɛ coach ne sɛ wɔgyiri ba sɛ ansa na obetumi aba back to the right levels a wo pɛ ne nyina no agye sɛ one wo yɛ discipline na no wachi amsa wo so ba wo danadi away from current ne nyina no enso ayɛ kama na wɔgyiri ba sɛ boy na sɛ so wo hyase a wo hyɛ goal man you boboku no sa kobaso to see ya padia enche bia nyame yarma next month England ebebo against Greece England ebebo against Finland ni nyina no enso games ebebo so wodiri eba so boy ebe option e dia ma coach na ono so coach national team ne am no kasai na mom according to Ten Hag no we say you want to just ne age enso adama ne striker ne say what shall say e she go e dia ma boboku a ye fa no say man you yentie coach na ye fa no Eric Ten Hag
striker that they starting to score when the season is very young. Strikers, they need that belief, and we have now a couple of players who are in the meanwhile on the scoring list, and that is very good for a team because that will strengthen their belief and they will go for more and they will come more goals now.
Yɛtie Yes, I know I am some manager fans say Erectanak now Tessa Yadene accepts Emma Yet for Enano pay and some our shoulders for Fay, my men front two and say Arsenal Air Quawe Yamia Motana. Now the Gunners Omu game about Sunum last season. Womu Quawe Cabal draw into I know I'm full say I can't be no man to me League, you know, and it's a season with Arsenal. About me League next woman also dear. And just Womu Quashe Man City and some our near your fans at Tia Stadium and also any Samano. Now Declan Rice and was say you want to just on himself a tough game. On some match, no, a mobile ten persons, Man City for Obian and Montaba Man City Apple, and Obian Sudim Arsenal, and some born of almost John Moody. Now I'm telling you about some process and I'll come apart. Now, Arsenal, I already say, one more Man City was one more Kobiakeke, one more start on a front foot. Our bra, Refi Abon Abaya, Obate, Sebi Obi Asha go, Yamia Mortana, and I Arsenal, and everybody can go. Who better Sebi a team be our first goaler, and by Arsenal. According to our contender, your friend said Declan Rice and what you be some manager friend said Mikel Arteta say opening where your Jumedia you can say press conference and now a bag gold omodi atoso say time be nruya won't me release interview emania and Ray woman some release now I'm with Arteta say the last two matches as Arsenal are burning in ano within 90 minutes I can say be open goal Arsenal Eshadan Shebi and again. Now, said you not last season Arsenal. Should go so rough off. I said this season, and you must take many can say what did to say our second Biasono, Amoma so I was improvement and so upper and when no more and no I asked my coach, your father said Mikel Arteta and some other tutor.
To open them up and get the ball to. Yes, we want to improve in certain areas, but in order to do that, the simple thing has to be better, much better. So we never got in the right distances, in the right relationship. When we did 2 or 3 times, you need the fourth pass against man-to-man in order to open them up and get the ball to the areas that they really suffer, like we did a couple of times, but you need to do much more consistently if you want the team to flow, because if not, it's constantly that flow is breaking and will make it very difficult, because on top of that, you don't travel together, so then you're not in the right areas as well to apply pressure in the way that we are so effective to do. So there are obviously things to improve. Yes, we want to improve in certain areas.
Yes, I know I asked some coach and fans, Mikel Arteta, and I'll just say, you're 10 and 7, you know, and my for and watch him, I'm an opposite number. Your fans are Pep Guardiola, and Guardiola also say, one who did to me pass a dainty, and I'm at the last 2 seasons in, you know, Arsenal, and I'm the real competitor. I'm a Bobo fans and Man City, I know, I chose Arsenal, a Bomoden, Wobaka Sabia, Man City, I'm a Sropa, but more come. Mama referee Arsenal. As Arsenal Bobo Kuno, woman from my heart say, what did you ever say Arsenal Timono, woman, our complete team, and Nunti Anamo the biggest contenders at the Man City the last 2 seasons, and also young my coach, your father's a Pep, and some other man central for.
And I think it's not much important, will be important. Always have been a tight games last years, apparently because I think we are a good team, but they are good too. They do many good things in all the aspects, when high pressing, in defending deep, in transitions, and it's a absolutely complete team. That's why I have been the biggest rival in the last 2 seasons, and early stage of the season, I would say. So nothing more than the mood for the next games, the influence for the next games, but in terms of table and everything, it's not much important. It will be important when we go to London in the second part of the season.
Yes, I know I am some manager fans way and so I Pep Guardiola and I'll just say you're 10 and 7 you know and my for an anno pay I was shown so much as Yamia Duma watching a match ever so no and a decided your League Yamia Duma return lega and also because our Emirates and your bones say be a Man City AJ and I say we will Arsenal and some after Senra Mebeka says and your Rodri and Kwa Nani say Rodri and Ellen Haaland Omunani and Kotabia wɔn agent ne hwɛ sɛ nyɛ bi akwantam sɛ bi wɔn de nkɔda no ɛbɛkɔ Madrid ɛwɔ abro a ɛbɛba sɛ bi Man City edifo ɛnso ɔkyɛ so wɔn charges anaasɛ mpo wɔn court case no ho ana ɛnam no kasai meti sɛ Kevin De Bruyne ɛnso abɛkaunt ne wɔn nyinaa nso explore awɛ sɛ ba sɛ bi Man City edifo nkwadi a ɛne big guys ne nyinaa no ɛmpɛ sɛ wɔn bɛ stay no wɔn ne bɔbɔ kuo no ɛnso abɛsɛve ayɛ punishment a yɛde ɛbɛnti De Bruyne ɛnso abɛ the latest player wɔn nso ɛwɔn sɛ sɛba na sɛ bi asirifo no tifo nkwadi a wɔn nso abɛtumi akɔ no ɛyɛ update a ɛno nso aba ɛnam no kasa uroma wɔ Italy a yɛwɔ big game ɛba so bɔbɔ kuo na ne din ɛnso ɛde ɛyɛ Juve wɔn bɔ de yɛkyia Napoli ɛyɛ 4 o'clock anwummerɛ ana saa match no ba so uroma ɛnso ɛwɔ Italy a gyaminya no sɛ Napoli team no wɔn bɛduru wɔn hotel ɛno anadwo baabi a wɔn kɔ daeɛ ɛnso ɛyɛ Air Palace Hotel Shark Mametime Napoli for bus no ɛnso ɛbɛduru hotel wɔn nie akyɛ sɛ nipa dɔm ɛne ade nipa no gyamensa kan sɛ yɛse na wɔn number no ɛyɛ little over 300 akyɛ sɛ no asanfoɔ no nyinaa no ɛnso ɛbaayɛ a wɔn ɛbɛ support ɛyɛ bɔbɔ kura no sɛ Napoli ɛnso ɛbɛ mu akɔ abɛnti ɛnura ɛyɛ Air Palace Hotel ɛhɔ ana team ɛfa no sɛ Napoli ɛnso ɛkɔ lɔgye yɛ na gyamensa kan nyinaa no sɛ nipa no yɛ sɛ nkɔmɔ pɛ autograph ɔnso na adeɛ nso asa eti security foɔ no sɛ ɔmo ma kwan ɛma nipa no kakraa bi ɛno kwan ɛyɛ Antonio Conte ɛnso ɛna de autographs ɛne saa nneɛma no nyinaa no ɛnso ɛde ma asafoɔ no a wɔn nso ɛba hɔ gyaminya no sɛ nɛ wɔn game ɛba so kae ɔmo former goalkeeper no a yɛfa no sɛ Wojciech Szczesny gyaminya no sɛ Szczesny ɛnɛ ɔno nso ɛbɛ wɔ Alliance ayɛ stadium hɔ ne nyinaa no so retire ofiri Juve ɛna retire yɛsɛm ɔmo bɛ sɛ supporters no ɛyɛ bibi kakra bi ɛdema no ɛnti nam ɔmo hyɛ no animonyam ɛwɔ abro a wɔn nso abɛkoro nkɔden ama team ani din ɛnso ɛde Juve tina former goalkeeper ama Arsenal former goalkeeper ama Juve a ɔde bɛto dwa sɛ wɔnom aretire no ɛna ɔbɛwɔ stadium akyɛ sɛ no ɛnso ɛyɛ kakra firi ɔmo so yɛ ɛnso ɛde ɛba ɔnom sɛ game a ɛnom ɛba so ayɛ derby della Madonnina mɛde ato ɔnom sɛ nyame yɛ adom a ɛyɛ ɔkyena Sunday ana saa game no ɛnom ɛbɛkɔ so na wabra Inter Milan ɛbɔ game no ɛwɔ fie ɛde yɛkyɛ AC Milan bɔbɔ kɔ no game a ɛyɛ 6:45 nyame yɛ adom ɔkyena ɛnso ɛna ɛba so gyamensa ka no sɛ Lautaro ebenya starte nyame yar mo chena game no report amenya no nyina no sound say one last 2 games me be ka so wura no obe starte area free bench omo Champions League game o free bench and a buy afei emsem nyoma ye okay me te say nyame yar mo chena woni Marcus Thuram and obe starte our up front ama Nerazzurriza enom na update eba AC Milan team no Jamense kan nyina no so wura ye fa no say Massimo Ambrosini omo nyina no omo bo team de play na Ambrosini say team ɛfa no sɛ Milano wɔsɛ agye kakra bi pɛ na Fonseca ehia one team no wɔn lack balance and after 2 attitude ɛnyɛ na owura squad da owura ɛfa no sɛ Ibrahimovic ɛnso ɛdiama coach na wɔbea no wɔbɛtumi aka kyɛm sɛ team wɔ ɛnyɛ team no ayɛ team ɛgyina so paa deɛ ehia no sɛ manager no abɛ no nneɛma yɛ nneɛma bɛhyɛ aseɛ sɛ ɛfa ɛnso ɛdiama team na ɛno ayɛ update ɛba ho nsɛm no nyinaa no yɛde ɛmɛ yɛkyɛ fɔm ne ɔkasɛ bonsa wɔn prepare ɛsan sɛ nyame yare chena wɔn bom nso ade tia via wɔ na ade ba ko so ɛne sɛ goalkeeper na ye fa no Ter Stegen ɛnura ɔkɔmɛki post our IG na ɔmo ma ɛfono no ne nyina no sɛ ɛno comment section as our Instagram jai interview baby na kyɛ Ter Stegen mute and asampo wa closing here ye kan say comment section or disable no answer sɛ nipa no disable no comment section a untimi comment ɛwɔ post no asia mane nye ɔmo ɛnura wɔn nya kwan comment here ebi sɛ masa free club no kɔ ebi sɛ wo san ebi sɛ wo hwie wo get out of our club kyɛ sɛ ne nyina no ayɛ comment out do ɛnura amanfo so adema Ter Stegen kyɛ sɛ ebi sɛ wo de yɛ paakyɛw yɛsrɛ wa gya yɛ basa ne ma na kɔ na sɛ wo digu paa wo wo bi diri ba sɛ goalkeeper no ɛnsom ɛsan ne nyina no ayɛ nneɛma ɛno nsom anam so ama kyɛ sɛ no ne nyina no ɛno ba yɛ de ɛma yɛ kyɛ fa anopai ɛnsom awɔ hwɛ so ma me coach a yɛfa no sɛ Flick na sɛ Flick no ɛna wɔsɛ meka kyerɛ so wɔsɛ boys ne nya abotere na ɛyɛ de amomfa ahodene wura nyame yɛ adom a Sunday ɛwɔ abrɔ mu game no ɛnso ba so yɛntie coach a yɛfa no sɛ Flick.
Our combination of play, but not the best. How we want to play, how we started to the combination play. Our combination play, and then you also can see sometimes when we pass, we bring the players in trouble, and this is what we normally don't want. So I think we have better solutions about with the ball, but at the end, how I say, I saw many positive things.
Yes, I know I can't free on my sweater, but I just sending on some no, yet Emma, yet for and I no pay. And so I was shown so somebody morning with my brother also answer. I didn't mean to salami, a man Lewandowski says, I feel no my okay kaka. Now, Rudy Gans will train the oil and the annual deal. Auntie, I know Mesa said, be I find here.
It's another weekend I ask about the football, especially when there are games. I was to me discussing. Now, fancy, and then my yes, here and fem free. The Spanish Premier La Liga, near the Italian Serie A, now the English Premier League, with some key games a bit me Abaso, I mean, who said the obesity diaco. Now, yes, shall fear the Spanish Premier La Liga. I think, sir, it is going to begin with Real Madrid against Espanyol. It is stay with us. Real Madrid ne Espanyol game a bit mania Aquina. I think, sir, a lot of people are raising concern when it comes to the performances of Real Madrid in general. Anyhow, they are going to balance a midfield and also the right quality to balance their midfield. I think the good news at Real Madrid is Camavinga started training, and you need a player like the profile to come into the team, give you the balance that you need. Because on a press resistant midfielder, Obetimia Bo as a left back, Obe Inverter as a central midfielder, Obetimia Bo as your playmaker, deep line playmaker. Abra all sitting in front of the defense. Anyhow, obesity afabo no in between the two center backs and build up from the back line. It will Camavinga profile now. It fits them so well, and it is going to be a good addition for Real Madrid in the long run if they want to have a title charge against FC Barcelona and against Espanyol. About one particular game, is a game where the Real Madrid win, which is true due to the form of Espanyol this season when you go to the Spanish Premier La Liga. Espanyol also 12. Out of the 5 games, no more 7 points, and more quality in terms of number of goals. No match 5 goals are conceded 5, as compared to Real Madrid. No match 9 goals are conceded 2. That's why I say Real Madrid form need some wins being team PMU there. But it's difficult. Real Madrid be concede a lot of goals. Also Barcelona no crowd that top. No Barcelona has 17 goals are conceded 4. But Real Madrid no are conceded 2. The only team that comes closer to Real Madrid in terms of goals conceded they off them now is Atletico de Madrid. And also so 9 goals are conceded 2. But Real Madrid to win either half or Real Madrid to win an over 1.5 against Espanyol in this particular encounter. Anytime goal scorer in this game for Kylian Mbappe. Anytime goal scorer for Real Madrid, Ubetimi Asaso for Vinicius Junior against Espanyol. I know say Espanyol team bakwa Ubetimi Tete Real Madrid, but will feel no in the last few occasions, the last time Crampo share Real Madrid in Pool fee. Real Madrid has shown by 4 goals to 0 in 2022. 2023, Real Madrid has shown by 3 goals to 1. It is difficult Edema Espanyol to travel to Estadio de Santiago Bernabeu and go and get a win against Real Madrid. Kylian Mbappe, Rodrigo, Vinicius Junior, Jude Bellingham, Aurelien Tchouameni, Federico Valverde, then Aubameyang, Antonio Rudiger, Eder Militao, Dani Carvajal, Florent Mendy, Thibaut Courtois. These guys could step up and make sure some bit many results, at the Ama Real Madrid in the long run. Espanyol, best player at the end of the day could have been Xavi Puado. But let's look out for Juan Garcia in the post. So maybe he could be the hero for today. Good saves. He has been consistent for Espanyol this season. And I believe Manolo Gonzalez on any players, will step up. But Real Madrid has always given you the strength. So to me, Eddie winning this game, Eddie anymore. Then we'll move on to FC Barcelona and Villarreal. Barcelona air travel away. Villarreal. 5 out of 5 already for Barcelona. And there is hope to make it 6 out of 6 for Barcelona. That is the biggest tax for Hansi Flick. And you share the probable lineups between these two sides. Anyhow, they could fill up any the quality of Villarreal. To me, Ediaba this season in terms of getting results against some of these big sides. Now, Villarreal on the league log, no motor so forth. Out of the 5 games, no matter me accumulate 11 points. Almost 11 goals are conceded 8, which means they score by they concede. It's a team keeping clean sheet is really going to be very difficult. But on the set, Diego Conde in post. Ubenya Logan Costa, Raul Abio, that is the centre back pair. Kiko Femania, then Ubenya Sergi Cardona, Alejandro Baena. Or no Ekuremu the Olympic Games, he was one of the good players or best players for the Spanish national team at the Olympic Games. Dani Parayo, Santi Comensana, then Ubenya Akomach, then up front Ayonzi Perez, and Thiano Barry for Villarreal. For Barcelona, Julius Koundé, then Pau Kubasini, Inigo Martinez, Alejandro Balde. Eric Garcia will come back into the middle of the park because Barcelona are lacking midfielders. They will need him. But this time around, they should take it safe for Marc-Andre ter Stegen. Now, Kofas and Fufrubia Sanfambra FC Barcelona. Then Marc Casado, Pedri, Lamine Yamal, Rafinha, then Robert Lewandowski. The biggest problem are not Barcelona. Make sure some combat me who after Dani Olmo Praene, who fills the number 10 position in that role. It takes players with high intelligence, good sense in terms of scoring at some point in time, and even assisting from important positions, Francis Di Maria, to get you going in that particular number 10 role. That is one particular roller. Not Thomas Muller and Hansi Flick or Bayern. Kutim is a corner of us bono. Now, a so any pa Muller and your typical technical kind of number 10. But when it comes to vision, when it comes to being at the right position at the right time, scoring goals for A teams and assisting Muller so replacing Dani Olmo with Pedri, you might be replacing Dani Olmo with a good or a technical player. Obetimi, I link the midfield attack so well. But in terms of giving you numbers with goals and assists, that is where the question will come. It's not make us say, Femi Lopez and Koefita Kaweke easy fit. Femi Lopez will come in place of Dani Olmo due to the quality in terms of goal scoring. I will bet me and making Ediama the Barcelona team. But let me see how the wingers of FC Barcelona will take this game upon themselves and react. Rafinha has been Barcelona's best player this season when it comes to the Spanish Premier La Liga alongside Lamine Yamal. It's on the wing play. Barcelona will need to be very quick in transitions. Barcelona will need to isolate Omo wingers in 1v1 situations against Villarreal fullbacks because they have the ability to dribble, they have the ability to create from the wings, and they have the ability to score. It is a isolate Omo Sano Omo Kati. They could shoot from any angle. So I think without Dani Olmo, it is not necessary to play so much through your number 10 in the shape of your 4-2-3-1 now, but play with your wingers, especially with more width. Not necessarily so or more drifting in or coming inside a lot of times. But Ube BMU more times, said about passes snippet and I think Hansi Flick knows better in these situations. We saw him do some of these things at Bayern Munich, especially when he has Serge Gnabry and Kingsley Coman. On by touchline wingers, they will create enough from there. The crosses will come in, and trust you me, when Lewandowski, you find him in the right positions, you are going to get your goal. But Barcelona will be looking for a set, and they are not going to lose this game against Villarreal. In the last few encounters at Barcelona, Aquaco PMO Villarreal Fio and no Macaco Bono. In 2023, almost Shomu by 4-3. Then in 2023, now almost Annual Boy, as I Shomu by 1-0. It has been difficult for Villarreal in the last few occasions to sit at home and get results against FC Barcelona. Adie ye key say, almost goals, but almost concede. Barcelona also share a lot of goals, but they concede less. So in this game, make me catch us over for both teams to score between Villarreal and Barcelona. Both teams to score. But I'll bet Barcelona to win either half against Villarreal. Unless a red card Kobem, a red card and Kobem there, I don't see how Barcelona able to lose this game. But both teams to score against Villarreal, and I say Barcelona to win in the half. Anytime goal scorer call for Lamine Yamal or Robert Lewandowski. Anytime goal scorer for Villarreal call for Ayonzi Perez in this particular encounter. Away from the Spanish La Liga, then we come to the Italian Serie A. I want to see what happens after Daniel De Rossi, a free AS Roma. Now, Omo Boetia Udini. Nyame adomo ochina.
Yes.
Now, Omo Boetia Udini no. Udini this season and watch check the table of the Italian Serie A. Ebe osiri kakra. Because the top four of the Italian Serie A and the traditional clubs na anymore mono. The top four of the Italian Serie A and the Torino ne dikai. Udini le toaso. Asana Napoli aba asana Empoli aba. So the top four no. And yet the traditional clubs, we've always known them when it comes to the Italian Serie A. Roma will need to buckle up and get results as soon as possible. Because as it stands, Roma baby or Danenya or 16th on the league log. 16th, you know, out of possible 4 matches, no 3 points per. Roma or -1 goal. Only to two Udinese team no one. This season Udinese etoso second or 10 points, was 7 goals, I conceded 4. Which means Udinese does not score a lot of goals, but they concede. Order to 2 Roma, dear one. Roma soon winning matches. Draw no more. Order no so quaton chair, almost as one sports. And they will need to step up as soon as possible. Oshe Roma ni Udinese possible lineup. You understand the entire Udini. Ahun den ababedum pempe so esiti adri. Na oye 2 teams ni dia Costa Rujanic. Ono na original bench Edema Udini no. He sets up in a more 5-3-2 kind of formation with fullbacks and I say wing backs. Bombe up and down. But the key players for them this particular season has been Maduka okay. Okay, Nigeria for goalkeeper no. Fine boy na no I tattoo ade dan ho mobile chroma say obeda go push him no be to agu ni so no. He has been very good for them this season. Then Biyo, then Obeka say about Giannetti. But up front, Lorenzo Luca and Florent Thauvin.
Ono na ye difference ni nyina. Omo
na difference ni nyina. And this season, we Florent Thauvin for a year Udinia. He has been there for them. He has scored a lot of goals for them. So the partnership with Lorenzo Luca and the 2 top will prove to be trouble for AS Roma. So my team continue. But Ivan Juric, on say Yahunu in the talents that he has enough experience. Come be first so betimia build the team on the 3 back the ofen ni agro. Tonobo 3 backs is here. Tuasha Gianluca Mancini, Mario Hermoso, Ivan Indica, then Angelino Pellegrini, Brian Cristante, Manu Kone, Stefan Esharari, Paulo Dybala, right behind Artem Dovbek. Now, over AS Roma, any Udini Ankasana in terms of Emre Omashia, any the records a team appear between these 2 particular sides. In the last few games at Roma, Abodieta Udini Wofian Roma Dinkunim. Because Ocheke in 2023, Roma shomo by 3-1. The same 2023 in the Coppa Italia, Roma saw shomo by 3-0. So it has been difficult for Udini to step up. But there's a difference between last season Udini and who in this season. Last season Udini not more prey to survive relegation. But this is a Udinese team almost more pressure into the top 4. That is the difference.
Yes.
And have 2 good players up front that Roma are not coming into this game with a good form too against them. But Mijitu me say Udini will score a goal against Roma. It will Udini over 0.5 in this particular game. Open is safe for corners over 7.5 between these 2 sides. Now if there is going to be anybody to score for Udini Adoma or Tina Numrena, Meko for Florent Thauvin. Anytime goal scorer for AS Roma, Meko for Paulo Dybala or Artem Dovbek in this particular encounter. And only through one more, Antonio Conte and the Juventus game, one of the best games to watch this weekend. What in the America say one of the best games, you know? Fancy. A statement is going to be a statement win for any of them or in this particular game. The America say Thiago Motta has been slow in the league this season. Or check it even on the league log in terms of results or now. Understand this. Juventus also set out of possible 12 points or more 8 points. But Juventus in consider go this season. In the Italian Serie A, Juventus in consider 1 goal cry. Or much 6 goals. But more consider which means how much 1 a day. Solid. Antonio Conte's Napoli. Out of 12 points, Romukuta 9 points. Almost 9 goals are considered 4.
After so losing.
After so
opening game no.
Anasa 4 goals no ma consider no. Emu 3. Your opening game no we dey.
A boy
no. Ano mo consider. So who is our 1 game ni free one ma. In the last 3 games no kwampo ma no ma consider say 1. So it's a matter of good defense versus an attack. And I said 2 teams are more good defense. Almost have to move to this game with good attack to get results. Now, possible lineup where I believe key battles could actually work. Antonio Conte has a point to prove with this particular Napoli team. After some time now, Antonio Conte dini koda from kakromosi tournament juma by one team anye kasa bebrebe one team anye trophy, and even the start of the league the Kwana Nyoma said I'm picking farmer due to the loss no lose But the last few games what was shell about Kanye and Guisa born no mo vivi you understand say nya grow no this season. And Sana Romelu Lukaku, they link up with Kivicha Kvaratskhelia up front. Not to even talk about Matthias Politano. So, only a more possible lineup on Media Kaina. Amer Ramani Bedinechro, Alessandro Borgiano. Last season, what was share Bologna and Janu Amunina and Kakaka these teams, you know. Some key centre backs on Mupie, a movie, no. Calafiori, Borgiano, mo. Then Inter Milan, Bastoni Mbappe, Fem Kaka, Francesco Akebi. Then you can have Fikayo Tomori mo kakra so na mature, but Juventus with Bremer or one particular centre back on technically good. He's not your fine centre back or luxurious. I bet him a fabon no trim long passes, but or aggressive and defensively. Oh man, who can crown one fan who the ball nako. So overhead team my friend no Napoli in terms of how their wing backs are going to operate. Pascal Mazzocchi, Frank Anguissa, Stanislav Lobotka, then Leonardo Spinazzola, then Matthias Politano and Matteo Politano, Kivica Kvaratskhelia, Romelu Lukaku against Juventus one cabal, Weston Brama, Danilo, Andre Cabiaso, Tian Kuzmenes, Douglas Luiz, Kefran Turam, Dusan Vlahovic, Nicolas Gonzalez, then Obabenya Kenan Yildiz. The technical quality what Napoli in 51 and the technical quality what Juventus in 51 difference kakra one because already Paul technically good Juventus in 51 bet matching Napoli Lobot Kane Anguissa Abrante Fene Kefran Turam. I know Douglas Luiz is good idea, but technically does it match up to Anguissa? Technically does it match up to Lobotka? And you also have Billy Gilmore. Scott McTominay more mechanical. On one your flamboyant midfielder or Fabo between the Nafaso, but he's a runner, he's a workaholic. That is Scott McTominay. But Billy Gilmore gives you the kind of quality now variety. I'm not saying say or a variety standard. Two different things. I'm only talking about style of play. Okay. Any quality kakra. But Ucheke Gilmore what he also offers. Now he also offers you another good technical quality in the midfield of play. But the real battle will be in terms of the wings. How are Juventus midfielders no more as Mezeles, in Tian Kuzmenes, any Kefran Turam will be able to double up on the wing backs of Antonio Conte's team. In such games, Ade Abema Juventus watching is Antonio Conte has 7 days to prepare for this game. Juventus airball the Champions League during the midweek. And on the to this court. When Yabo Tratina and Antonio Conte so much 1 man 7 days so no babo. A bay in 7.
Because I say, find day read them. After first defeat, now we now Lukaku by in the second game. No more find day read them. Yeah. But in the last few seasons, in 2022, Juventus still feeling Napoli by 1-1. Then Napoli could Juventus in 2023 by 1-0. And Juventus share by 1-0. So in the last 3 encounters at Juventus above, Napoli are shared twice. Juventus are winning back. This is a game I make out over 0.5 for Napoli. Napoli will get a goal. Juventus will concede their first goal in the league. Napoli will score anytime goal scorer call for Romelu Lukaku Bolengole, but call for both teams to score in this game. Okay. Anytime goal scorer for Juventus score for Yildiz in this particular encounter. So open is safe now. Upon one sem there, the corners beba because 2 teams in the defensive it will be mark corners over 7.5. May Inter any AC Milan derby no. Say no baby akwa no Fonseca Edwuma down on the line. The only talking point around this game is about Fonseca and his job. The only talking point about the derby de la Madonnina is Fonseca's job on the line. I had to say Manchester United and Manchester City dream baby no. The only talking point on that fixture was your real coach the Pamona and answer what na. That is how Aqua could do. It tells you the kind of job as Simone Inzaghi are around this particular Inter Milan team. Men dive deep into that particular game so much. But I believe this is a make or break for Paulo Fonseca. You look at Zlatan Ibrahimovic investment Hawaii this season and the quality that is not showing. But both teams to score in this particular encounter. Anytime goal scorer for Inter Milan, Confolotaro Martinez and Marcus Thuram. Anytime goal scorer for AC Milan, Rafael Leao or Alvaro Morata. 2-1 or 3-1 for Inter Milan in this particular game. Say Omubetimi awene. Quick predictions na me fancy. West Ham Chelsea. I believe say West Ham should go there Chelsea. It's very difficult for Chelsea to keep a clean sheet. But Chelsea to win either half against West Ham. Last season, the last 2 seasons, Chelsea go share no. And then one particular fixture, I'm not so much enthused about Julian Lopetegui, what he can do exceptional more than Enzo Maresca. And that is a game met to pay Chelsea to win either half. But West Ham is going to score a goal. Liverpool against Bournemouth. Liverpool and Wadi Wofi, but Nottingham Forest actually say you can go and score Liverpool at Anfield. I believe Bournemouth has the quality to score. Bournemouth might even score Liverpool by 1-0, but Liverpool to win either half, and a Liverpool to win or draw and over 1.5. Anytime goal scorer for Liverpool, call for Szoboszlai or Obetimako for Mohamed Salah. Anytime goal scorer for Bournemouth, Obetimako for Antoine Semenyo or Ivan Nelson in this particular encounter. Manchester United Crystal Palace, 12 game last season, almost Manchester United by 4-0. Eric Ten Hag.
medical catcher say anytime your person show a sign of improvement, but fix be last season will lose he needs to show that there is an improvement. And this is one game he will need to show. Crystal Palace under Glasner has not been so much flamboyant this season. But let's see. On me the Manchester United cross a turning point. And so on we say Manchester United there. Crystal Palace on but Manchester United will score a goal against Crystal Palace. It will open safer corner for corners in this particular game over 7.5 or away goal for Manchester United over 0.5.
Mate. Whoa, me that say, Mike.
Fancy, me that say. Now we are story now. We say niece for no. Amokofa canon eba stadium after mo game. Ana Dante Bonfim. Ebe light here. You know.
Aye. Sharak, some me niece for video. Can't I Dante there no? Any.
Okay, so this is a French tradition, but an adaptation. A Britain in the core. Sa story we no any dear the inti ebenya premo to na similar.
Aye.
The Parry Martin gun. Inti yene dear no the British soldiers na omotutuo no at noon time. Na they are reminding locals they said they still had their supremacy. The Boama omode edin kunimu Asante Forso in the 4th and the 5th Anglo-Ashanti Wars no. The artillery they presented, and it was produced by Parry Martin. Parry Martin, no, two companies are Yakandiabum, Parry Company, and then Martin Trucks and Holds. But Okabum and Parry Martin. Now, almost 75 artillery, no, it played a crucial part in say Omudi Asante Fosun Kunim. Despite the spiritual advantages and Asante over the British soldiers near there to me kanche enti soldier oye fit in deno ebia ochina beba na chese ntobrogu no yare enti won't me mambeko but omudi omusunku nim to omoto no 12 time bia na yate say okay that signal but next also kai was a noon time enti premo ato yentimi mbo enti na be pa yentimi mbo pa mat na be premo ato sanso na we mu de na tie inni. There is this ex-British military man Oko na ni ho one ne ne koi. Okay. Your friend is Sir Thomas Coventry Moore.
Sompa Sports.
Now Sir Thomas Coventry Moore, he's originally a Scottish but or a British. During the Victorian era, see a Victorian era, during the time of Queen Victoria, Elizabethan era, during the time of Queen Elizabeth. Until the Victorian era no okotna ni for a period. In 1861, na ne obi opense ku pa enti anopano ye ka say then about him obi o distinguished enti as a former military personnel the throne will reward him with that title of a lord enti no ska enti na e man akwanya no so motutu kwan de call nkura hodo so baby ba kwa no moko ni importem ho no enti omutu kwan no moko a Neno had grew some friends be around the vicinity. Enti anopano na so siese no hu ye rabapa. Za ni kunu weska, ni kunu wa affluence. Enti odrese a no atiesim. Then the okoha no akwaha no medidi nkoma. Na okohyemu a oche. Enti omantem no medi lunch. Na ha ni kunu no. Obi o military man bia de one discipline. Punctuality in terms of time, and it's a lunch time. They actually say 12. Oh yeah, me area. I was all bani edidi as a lord, as a sir. Sana omo to omo puno. Omo nyane so bedu aduane wo beje wo de. Ye to puno no intimate ne be serve aduane na. Ebusuani na wo se yetena ho. Ne ye to nsa ne edidi. Inti ba fumba ya ye ntimi ndi lunch. Inti atwaso. Almost every time you mbeko biano. This repeated. So he decided say it was so a stop a trend, you know. And in stopping the trend, it took him 2 years to come up with a plan.
Okay.
From 1861, 1863, and yes, idea, he was suggesting a plan no, to the local council and now the city council of Mwoni. Until coin or catch a mayor and say, Adia Bihano. Nadia Hanono, Wadri who says the solution to that and they say, or what cannot be done in them. Old cannon, so a military man into sa cannon no so will be a 20 bomb ye bia into a cannon be done in them. Na opese omode kwesi kuku bi so ewo eye the ni omo chateau omo palace ho into omode kwesi wa ebo 12 bi omo nso nan kai na ire ne se time lunch. It was for a quirky reason, but along the line, and also it paid off. After the no cocodine command and secret in rain free. Enti about 11:45 na Sir Thomas Coventry Moy wakofa mast. I say flag be no wavy. Enti city council no staff as a municipal assembly and staff no akoti na kokono so no wa setting up the cannon na boom. Teji boom na no be art sound na na akai ne say what time ya.
Okay, so and
yeah, there's a depiction.
Oh, okay, so picture any
exactly. Enti light here boom no na akai. So a traditional the people of Ni you're from the Niswa also be adopted. So Niswa for any adopting will say Sir Thomas Coventry the obesra ekoi. But Okoye and Cheni and Tubio because Siketiani Bibian on one and 8 years. We know I say a contract. So assembly no and the city council no so more light here and almost set off canon now. Almost set back could be almost Virginiska. Otia, that's what talk.
Oh, balance can Jesus was out Kutia.
Exactly, Wato say Omunya Famano said there will be peace between Onon and Yere. None so be punch or bar for lunch. No mate made the dinner baby as well to me. So he paid for this. Oja Okwa, nobody is paying into Omunye, but it became something that the people grew accustomed to. No me as a sadia, and the young person into law. So the 19th of November 1876, no me yes or magia to say in Ni, about 12 beer. And was set on my light cannon. Inti yani di nanka wa say about 12 beer ya top parimatin to no. Omon about 12 ho beer. It was almost set you of the cannon. Na sound no jeje na e de kai omo. But it was just an ex-military soldier. No person ere ba no mo bedi lunch inti na sadi and starting. But they've adopted it. So it is a British tradition that has been well adopted by the people of Ni.
Sompa sports.
Now Ni no Ahona OGC ni bonebo.
Yes.
Inti eye ekrona shenso de. Ana yeso ye boboku a yeso ya ba ye ekrono ashenso de. So as a football club representing me, then one way to portray a tradition yeso ya embrace a true ye bobo ni we are, especially after victories like this. Ye best set you of the canon de akaya man for say be free ni. So they are using football to promote the traditions and then the tourism aspect of Ni. And that is how beautiful this whole thing is. In the Sebian Kotoko, Nanka, Parimatin, that's so effective. Kotoko Bomach Beria, no Akofa Parimatin to now, no matter to pay, and the Ecobium Natchez did not JJ, San and Oswati. So that is the only thing. And yeah, you will be our moye. In the years or moye, soldier for 2 year way, but they are remembering an age-long traditional. It has stuck with them, but it was imported. A Britain ni, and the by sending a Britain for no, and the Parimatin own, and so the Baha, a Babaye, a year the lexicon, Premuato. This is a news for Premuato. It's just a 12 abo. And Tisana no sweatia. So that is the story.
Sports.
I just decided to bring that in. Story.
Yeah, because
Club Ubia was such history.
Yeah.
Obia was similarities down a Bofaquatano and Insuno. If I tell you the story, you will marvel. By any time cat. I hear stories in Yakashe. As a Muasunti, yet they need to mean Pina Yakona Mobi. But we have very interesting storylines revolving around most of our clubs.
Oh,
your football, your very interesting stories. When you brought the Yankwana yede, but you to me kaya dia none yede so and you're well documented. Inti kaya, eye nana kanso bi no di jao nana, ana nana so di jao by an tranto. Even asante for amamreni akana mamreni inano. The well documented aspect of it was from a white man, W. Rattray. On the documentary, by your beautiful stories and then a rich heritage done. Abrofone di omo. Intina mostly omo ba na can stories nika krebi trauma. No my marvel no my sanity. Away from that fancy. Me who Premier League matches na no be bono more of both teams to score. I said 2 teams ni na share goals or more share goals. Sana ade na business yet. Oh, Akomia man can't show inside. Make catch okay to cry.
Okay.
So two teams no almost share. West Ham, Chelsea. Potentially, both teams have chances of scoring. Chelsea enye a well-drilled defensive unit, and it is only by fortuity ain't no man concede against Bournemouth or winning with a clean sheet. But they can't be lucky all the time. Chelsea have a rich away record. The last 4 away matches were winning and in the Premier League. I am positive, but you have to look at the how, the manner of the wins. Chelsea, it hasn't been an entirely dominant period in the wins. No munyano. So a Chelsea team niye shaky kakra. And West Ham have an attacking talent, a potential to produce goals at any moment, whether they are creating it individually or as a collective. Lucas Paqueta, Jarrod Bowen, Mohamed Kudus. Then Minim Nicholas Fulkrug, fit there. If he's slotted in, then he can also play a crucial role. Nti a game who say teams need na bet me I should go into media them advice and they say early kickoff, and there's this cliche. Early kickoff the so to be on the safer side, you can do a double chance. Either side will be a bit me winning. West Ham can win, Chelsea can also win, and now obet me over 2.5, and now both teams to score and the combo option of over 2.5. You can look out for options like that. Kopama shego ache pa anameboa.
Yeah,
or shego ache. After Wolves, one shall go against Crystal Palace, and one shall go also against Bournemouth. Maybe he will likely be on the score sheet and push them forward. Bournemouth.
Well, line up on my main fan 2 more.
Okay.
Well, goalkeeper Sanchez in post, and Wesley Fofana, Tosin Adarabio, Levi Colwell, and Marco Correa, Caicedo, Enzo Ababak, Noni Madue Keko Palmer, Jadon Sancho, Estate, and Afe Nicholas Jackson, and so Estate Ede Ama Ayebobo Kwefenese Chelsea.
So watch out for Sancho. The creativity. It will a bit do West Ham in Japan.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the creativity. Was a Sancho no
West Ham there no so my mama
okay.
Okay, so West Ham so Afonso Areola, Wan Bissaka, Konstantinos Mavropanos, Max Kilman, Emerson Ewom, and Afe Alvarez Edson, Rodriguez or Lucas Paqueta, where Somerville and Jarrod Bowen and Mohamed Kudus. And so let's start today my West Ham.
Somerville, Kudus in Hawaii.
And Jarrod Bowen.
Meaning Obebo Bowen as a center.
Number 9.
Now,
yeah. Somerville on the left.
Abo on the left and right.
Right.
West Ham bet me as Chelsea.
Crescencio Somerville.
Yes, West Ham bet me as Chelsea. Because they are playing attackers individually, they can take you on, create space, and shoot and go. Exactly. Until West Ham bet me as Chelsea. So almost first goal. So almost first goal. Come on, So opposite on your base is solid. No we just creative players in the go. Until Paqueta long pass back on BM. No, they are two. Somerville Kudus. Now Bowen. Almost first goal. I'm and I said I'm kind. Both teams to score over 2.5. No Koyena Chelsea winning that half. Chelsea winner. I have a do doc no kwa. May catch though. It's a game Chelsea can potentially lose. Into through. Man U Crystal Palace. See, United have one problem. If they solve it, Ombesha Crystal Palace from.
Wow.
Defending open spaces. And player now bet me abua with that, Waba, Manuel Ugarte. But as to the briefing awenya and how ready he is to start a full throttle Premier League game, and then another question meaning to me answer. This is Brendan Krabby and but what I see and say, Man U team no have issues when they are building up from the back. Say Beche Mutrell after that Liverpool loss. Or pushing the fullbacks no enim. And to build up mostly defensive midfielder never cut the centre backs no na 3. But leave spaces 1 10 wow left and right benkuni nifa. And I'm thinking also a mass spaces ba. And it's a way your opponent now press ye now hard a better Manchester United team. That's what Liverpool did. Effective pressing. In Daichi Kamada, the Japanese player now Bodima Crystal Palace. Crystal Palace and Oliver Glasner have an effective trigger for a press. Next, a player or no best started pressing game now.
Yes.
The other players can follow. And it's a sub a Crystal Palace pressing no if they are utilizing it and now a better Man U. Unless Ten Hag solves the issue of defending open spaces. Shadrack boy and Premier League nim opposition teams or more winning possession or more transition from attack in the final third of the opponent. There's a opponent na jebo na o initiate attack no. Opposition wajebo what they call wa lead to short. Nebia yan say Man U build there from the back. Na ye Liverpool. Ye winning ball no Man U for na fem na lead to short no. Uye Newcastle feel Man U net waso. Newcastle, times this have happened, 234 since the start of last season. Man U 223. The Otwaso near Chelsea 211. And we know Chelsea to me ball pass no me lose possession. Now opponent Ajeno Akobo short. This season Krebiesi against Wolves we saw. And clearly a Man U issue that they need to solve technically and then also for personnel. Personnel, the idea say if you have the right people to build up from the back, only problem. But in the event you are losing possession, who will be the one to initiate a tackle? I will try to win the ball back. And no, and a man ball Manuel Ugarte ding. Say nipo more penal, so may say Jumano waba. But so why you ready no? And then they are ready in Krabi and a betre. It is something that hurts the United team. And the idea
Sompa Sports.
No team do Hujuma. 1-on-1 tactics and 2, the personnel he will use. Game when it's all Bo Ugarte, no abo Casemiro and Kenshin say commercial Crystal Palace. Or Bo Ugarte ni Casemiro Abomua. I think Sankabebo Mopa. It will give them that protection. And a Casemiro need the experience in the Beboa. Na Ugarte need the energy no akom fin he will destroy most of the possessions are Crystal Palace ebe winning in the half of Manchester United. Odi no to India in every aspect United are better than Crystal Palace. Remember 4-0 in that. It was against a makeshift Manchester United back line, especially their central defense. Intimate that again Casemiro central defense. So I have hope that United, if they solve the issue I've raised, I will bet the Crystal Palace team in Japan. This will be a tough test for Ten Hag. But any game one, upon also Omuntimi winning, they can win this particular game. Liverpool, Bournemouth. You see, Bournemouth team no, Omunim boy ne but Omunye Husao. When they are playing against teams are Omuwa top 6 in him. Omuntimi Omumbo in 12 matches against teams that finished in the top 6 position, Bournemouth cannot win. Either see a channel and now or draw. And the Nottingham Forest koye wo Anfield no. Bournemouth any be betimi aye. A typical wing play. Bournemouth more of possession. Andoni Raiola. Oyanzo ye press ye be how. Only Liverpool follow ko bonus ana. You expose spaces at the back and on be dunya. See we first half na Liverpool a she tour. Don't be surprised. Akomia ka se Salah betimi a she, Zobos la betimi a she. Menene ya adwen. It's a game Salah can easily score because Bournemouth only be just spaces at all anymore the amano. Ombe so mu pia benim and you can get them easily. Just one pass. Alexis McAllister mu yitum. Oh, so maybe a 3-1 win for Liverpool. Don't rule it out. Tottenham Brentford. Adia Tottenham cheapano. Dear Brentford they bro when there. They in set pieces. Tottenham in 2024 were conceded 13 goals from corner kicks. Omu goalkeeper no. Ni didn't cry Gigliamo there. He is mostly poor when dealing with the aerial threat. And a Tottenham team nankasa as a setup. Ange Postecoglou actress he has not been able to find a remedy to a traitor named Diomunya last season at Wasusa. Oh, dear Brentford for no, Mom Bobo and Nibi. The Mom forcing corner kicks, throw in, free kicks. The best Tottenham. So a game, both teams will likely score. And Tottenham, so conversion ratio poor. So I don't see them getting beyond 3 goals.
Sompa Sports.
So Brentford for only to mean 2 goals and 2-2 draw. So this game I will may tip a draw. Tottenham Brentford a score draw. Tottenham idea maybe a slim margin when 2-1 be actually 3-2 by that is rare. A draw na me who in the Tottenham Brentford game. For the other games, Everton, Leicester. Everton have a best chance or Mobenya to win their first game of the season. Leicester team ne nyade. Oh yeah, Ghana for me no about Munyade.
Okwawe.
Munyade. Oh Everton kwawe but no. Leicester nyade. Came power hono. First na hu. But see no enye hu sa. And Everton getting the first goal, don't rule it out. Check Leicester matches our boni na. Say obebem baka. This is yasha no me ni bre. Enti mostly who say a more of the intuition of players. They feeling yet ne feel Lucy. I yasha back ye honte more than the game plan a coach na prepare so the mobile. Coach ni game plan the mo the big game wa. They be ayasha. Enti ni bre na kiki abe pre ni ate baako. And I think with that game plan, Sean Dyche has been unlucky. Games almost lose in last 2 games, almost take it 2-0 lead.
Even against Aston Villa last week.
The point. Yeah. So issues about maintaining the focus, but actually they are very decent side. And one more attack in this way, a good Dwight McNeil, Dominic Calvert-Lewin, he's fit now. He's been consistent. Unyane Sana. He's a very efficient scorer for any team I will use. So I think this is the best chance for Everton to get a win against them. Italy then they are coming and stand justice to it.
City Arsenal DNA.
Oh, as Ateta Bako Pakebas. Sa game na nyefe. City Arsenal dey no enye pepa ba we man and young no we say dia en sisada.
Sompa Sports.
Ateta has conceded that City is the best team. In beating the best, you need the best strategy, not the best gameplay.
Okay.
And yeah, how now call ball pass na pass only bossing a Man City for no. So they would devise a plan, a strategy. So here Atlanta dey no. Shadrack picture be that dey in fact so. Park the bus na Ateta Kobo Atlanta no. Na a rehearsals for the Man City game.
Some.
Yeah. Oh, because Arsenal don't have their most creative player in the middle. Odegaard Ninimua, it stifles them of creativity. Check it players kind. Arsenal players on 11. Oh, the goalkeeper and the camera.
Hey.
Arsenal for na fame or none.
All men behind the ball.
Yeah. The other bebo Man City ni. Oh, the Ochina. Say Arsenal bopa no mu anymore. Then I am wrong. But who say you see the game na nyefe.
Mate.
Nyefe hala no mbe shaka no. Obo say Magalhaes ne Saliba. Omo be miemia na nye game be fe. Code ni fancy. Yem fantu ja na yem ko yin. The first code is E0.
E0.
C6.
C6.
631.
631.
E0.
E0.
C6.
C6.
631.
631.
Good.
E0.
B6.
B6.
76F.
76F.
E0.
E0.
B6.
B6.
76F.
76F.
The third code E0.
E0.
5C.
5C.
975.
975.
E0.
E0.
5C.
5C.
975.
975.
The final code E0.
E0.
BE.
BE.
4B4.
4B4.
E0.
That's right.
BE. 4B4. Your Facebook stream, no? Your
Your pinu crowd
on Betway Ghana.
Okay.
Into Betway for now, almost yenye.
Sompa Sports.
Ane bobo wana refiana.
Wow.
Mike Adam for Padre say Morino.
Fanabashi.
And on a gala.
Yeah. Oba mu Lucy on Meshagala. That's right.
Wo apostle mamina hoy.
Fancy Bokode. Do be on the investors' interest. Play a part, but do be very interesting. There were investors important analysis room when
yeah, very necessary.
Some of the people also near Brio.
Yeah, the 5 will call 25,000.
Okay, Marty. I can't wish you well because Fancy. First of all, you're charity for any issue for Anope. Michael has been unfair.
Sompa Sports.
Daniel Dubois. Michael NTS said boxing a one-punch sport. A one-punch sport. And okay, Rahim who? And Lennox Lewis. Hasim Rahman. Lennox be almighty Lennox net edafemi. That's yeah. Andy Ruiz, and Anthony Joshua one. And Andy Ruiz Muchumudu. He was the last replacement for Jared Miller. One year trained Papa Biampo, but only because he knocked him 4 times. And the danger about boxing is that when you are also now we mistake back now the punch catches you wrongly, you are finished. And the boxing sometimes and yet it's the football a match were predictable. Boxing is highly it doesn't matter the underdog nature of the person who are undisputed 4 times, doesn't matter. Tyson Fury every proud to also Tyson Fury, but at the end of the day he humbled him. Usyk, Joshua, both 1 and 2. First one, and Usyk then he was just coming from a cruiserweight as undisputed cruiserweight champion. Now, the only heavyweight bout Okuye with Witherspoon was Fempa. So the proper heavyweight bout was against AJ. The first proper was against AJ.
No, the bonus
wins. Simple. So that is how dangerous boxing is. So we more any the leather weapon fighters like it used to be in the 70s, 60s, 80s, and 90s. Ziano and 2 years de Caribbean. Anthony Joshua himself. I'm be consistent that Anthony Joshua is not an exceptional boxer. He's an average boxer. He's been hyped. He come from a country where the heavyweight boxing comedium. So when he rose up after winning the Olympic gold in 2012 under Bob McCracken, the trainer now trained until or lose it to Usyk now or sit in an Look, you could realize that Anthony Joshua, he's a good boxer, but only an exceptional boxer. Or you're so limited with one, the ring intelligence, the ring craft. Just say at every point in time, opponent only could be. I saw him I saw your adaptation, I saw adjustment, I saw learn to fight in angles to open your opponent up. He doesn't know that. What he knows is brutal physicality, power, speed, pure left jab. I'll making shots or using the reach behind the left jab, and then good when it comes to the jab, create opening or combinative punch. I know idea, but 1, 2, 3, 4 combo, yes. But he's not a complete all-round boxer like Usyk is. Anthony Joshua, who hear mistake, no beamer, the right punch, no bell and heavy. But a do near D so usually a dream a ring no more. He doesn't have that. So and also there be a big hype around him. His fought Obi said Vladimir Klitschko at the age of 41, Povetkin 40,
okay,
Kubra 40. No, a strategy is part of boxing. I mean, the kind of promoters you have, they money that for you. No, there's here. And maybe the reason why I still have issues with Manny Pacquiao and Floyd Mayweather, at the time Pacquiao was at peak, almost every time where Mayweather man, it's part of the game. Because a bass happened, Mayweather, the mystery around him, and it's kind of the boxing Pacquiao cannot give you money that Mayweather will do. Okay. So now, so to this bout proper, bout way International Boxing Federation, IBF heavyweight title at stake. Now let's make this very clear. Philip Hegovich, any Danny Dubois, and a Kung for this bout. That was on Queensbury 5 versus Matchroom 5. Kung was Saudi Arabia. No? It was to see which of the promotions have quality boxers. And then Queensbury, Eddie, way Matchroom, which was headed by Eddie Hen, Asunkunim. Now, a new interim title. And he Okunye no Ebu Hegovich 8th round TKO no ena IBF Uzambe can say ombe strippy Usyk off the IBF because na mandatory bout was okun and also China also be say oni Tyson Fury rematch. So that led to IBF say no, we are stripping you about that because here near the time who you fight, not you. And Tomuji and elevate Daniel Dubois. So Daniel Dubois did not win the belt by beating Phil Hegovich. And elevation because or no. And I interim, you're like number 2 to the champion.
and I'm more elevating a full world champion. So he didn't win this belt on merit, say Okunya no Bobby. Now, having said that, way about this title, I bring memory back to Anthony Joshua because this was his first ever title he won in his career. Anthony Joshua, no, after Olympic, you know, his first title after 4 years, 2016, was against Charles Martin. That's the first title. I beat Charles Martin by knockout round 2. So, I know Neymar Anthony Joshua, 30 years Anthony Joshua. And the sad title where Usyk ever my friend is no, and our Sango Kwen, it brings back memory because that title defined who he is today. What he has here. Now, for Anthony Joshua, he's been poor in recent times. After Usyk bout, Anthony Joshua, and the same. Bout from Jermaine Franklin, Robert Helenius, Otto Wallin, then Francis Ngannou. He's really been struggling to come back to the stardom. Anthony Joshua, sa fear alright, who never want to Joshua in new as will be because Sebio near here no way matters when again he failed to deliver. And also frustrating but when he picked the titles after the second bout the referee baby because still world champion that no good for him no. So it has gone through his head psychologically. A traumatizing say amian pa ne abum ye energy title ni nyina title. So ijala we president sabi election ye to abane ye 2 the next day no confused. Now this is what is good at this bout body shots, pure jab, especially the right jab with or 82-inch reach Nensano Wapa. That's why Dubois must watch in this particular bout. He is good at body shot and he gives very powerful body shot, devastating. But the problem with body shot, why he's doing the body shot, he's opening up the rear guard. So for a counter punch, he's finished. Oh, yeah, and he has a weak chin.
Concentration in our core.
That is
body shot no more
problem. No.
So any partner you'll be with me and Dion yem.
Now no one that's it. So there's here. So that's the and if you watch on it and there is one, that is what happened. So that's a problem he has. He has a weak chin and he has a vulnerable defense. Now, so what if AJ want to win? He need to fight behind the jab, no, the right, no, but create openings a mano, and then he has to use the 82-inch reach to make sure that he's getting a combinative. He's good at combinative point. He's not hitting the body very well. Now, Dubois is not very effective when you hit his rib, body, no. Now, Sebi, do baby and I say, oh, don't put kakra. Onye good at that. You biana. So that is his weapon. He need to use and need to be consistent with his footwork and do some head movement kakra. Now for Dubois, on Shedda yet that crafty a boxer, but our leather left hook, and then also his left jab better than even Anthony Joshua, but on using it consistently. Okay. If you want to be Joshua hits boxers or music jab people. Now even in this bout you could see that jab more. He's a complete boxer. And so when you are boxing with jabs, it makes it difficult for your opponent to find out how to punch and where to punch. Especially with Joshua on your angle fighter. Or one dimensional predictable fighter. So Dubois need to consistently make sure that he's using that left jab. And then behind the jab, he releases the right punch. Dubois a power punch than Anthony Joshua. There's a lot of power behind his punch. And at Dubois, a snapshot. Look, Mami Dubois ni Usyk round 5. It was robbery. Because Orlando, look, so watch this. He's landing at the midsection. A correct punch. A midsection. He didn't land below.
Yeah. Below belt.
That's boxing and the robbery. Now,
the trunk now no harm or boy.
This is what AJ should watch out for. When on Shedanya there's about the punch the a kapa. And on time two basa. But a two nefemwa was beshi. So and then also he's also a very good body puncher. But Onye, the problem is he's not consistent because Onye a proper complete boxer. Until or picky as and when you need to land those, and when he lands it, Joshua is vulnerable. When the defense is very weak, so it's an advantage. Joshua also has. He has a very weak defense. So this bout, about I said you open to any of 50-50 bout. Even though Joshua
96,000.
Yeah, Wembley. And don't forget, Joshua has won at Wembley. Vladimir Klitschko, Joshua won at Wembley. Alexander Povetkin, Joshua won at Wembley. And then you are also looking at Kubrat Pulev, Joshua won at Wembley. So in point on Wembley, Joshua only 3 bouts. So on him, this particular ring on the stage, but in boxing, anything can happen in the ring. Joshua is a slight favorite, but don't be surprised there's a knockout or Sebi. We know Onye an endurance boxer that fight for 12 rounds with a lot of combination punches and a pick needed point. That's Dubois. Dubois, Osha, 23 fight, 21 wins, 20 a knockout specialist. So he is good at knockout because it's sniper power shot. So let's watch the weigh-in. Weigh-in, Joshua weighed 4 pounds heavier.
World Triple D, Daniel Dynamite Dubois. 248 pounds, 6 ounces for the defending world champion, Daniel Dubois. Ladies and gentlemen, the 2-time heavyweight champion of the world, AJ Anthony Joshua. 252 pounds, 5 ounces for the 2-time world champion and challenger, AJ Anthony Joshua.
Now, Anthony Joshua is fighting to be 3-time heavyweight champion. A rare area, Muhammad Ali Mo, the only person or a 4-time ever, Evander the Real Deal Holyfield. But 3-time Muhammad Ali. So you want to come into that exceptional class of winners. Maminti no.
My ups, yeah, what's happening, people? That's the energy. I just want to say a massive thank you throughout all my journey, my ups, my downs. You guys out here sticking with me through thick and thin. And if I could ask you one favor, go home tonight and make a prayer for me for success tomorrow, that I will become 3-time heavyweight champion of the world.
AJ, when you hear them chanting your name like that, what does that do for you 24 hours before this massive fight?
Well, I look at myself as a gladiator, and I'm about to step into an arena tomorrow to perform for the people who love to see blood, guts and glory. So I'm pumped and I'm ready to perform for the people.
Onim, but he is a great orator or kasayi. He communicates well. Or a very and it's one of the very good features of a boxer that also promotes like Floyd Mayweather. Yes, he knows how to speak. It's not just about the fight. That's why he has a lot of companies. Yeah. What he has here. He also knows how to speak well. But Boutway, listen, AJ is loved by the people. He's loved by the British fans. All the bout 96,000 now is full because of him. And then this bout, that's why he's making £6 million. And no cash. Pay-per-view, depending on the subscription, can go £25 million for this bout. I know by Judge now, Daniel Dubois, Michael M. Fano Nyeshino, Obenya £3.5 million. And we cash down. Now, as a pay-per-view subscription, it costs over 75% of the total subscription. He will make £10 million for this bout. So it's good business. Maminti, Daniel Dubois.
It's a lot of work, a lot of training, and I'm just...
Beginning of the week. Is fight mode activated for you right now?
Yeah, a lot's gone into this, a lot of work, a lot of training, and I'm just ready to go, you know, talking's done.
Let's get a final prediction ahead of tomorrow night in front of a record-breaking 96,000 crowd at Wembley, plus millions watching at home. How does this fight go down tomorrow night?
A win, by any means necessary.
Now, a raw fighter or a dirty fighter. So when he say by any means necessary, he knows what he's talking about. AJ should watch out. AJ frustrating kakra on Timina ni bufu. So I that the background. We to say street ball.
Sompa sports.
But it's going to be very interesting. Like I said, remember AJ slight edge over him, but the boy can also win. 1 minute kakra now. Okay, right. So CAF champion look. CR Belouizdad. It was a 1-1 game against AS Duane.
Until now, I'm better more Shamo de Africa and Monfanye. Apostle Nema more Africa matches.
Belouizdad don't qualify that yesterday played. Now let's go to Ali versus Goma here. We are straightforward matter. Ali their training session after winning the 3 goals to nil. Rami Rabia Pesitao. So we is going to be a training session for Ali, and Ali are going to score maybe 3 or 4 goals in this game. Or almost they have already qualified because there's nothing at stake for Goma here anyway. My joy is Enoch Morrison. First leg Enoch Morrison, wonderful shot. For you to play a shot against Sebi Mohamed El Shenawi is good for him. I'm happy for him, but there's a normal thing. So, like last time, here to group stage. So, Belouizdad accorded that Ali will go to the next stage of the competition. Mamelodi Sundowns, Babani Swallows. What is going to happen is that Mangoba Mankiti are happy because he thought they could have scored by 7 or 8 goals. He needs to see the team scoring more. They've already qualified to the next stage of the competition, but near on here and say, or person say team no share because this is a Siano. Obia said to Rulani Mokwena team or shed a Siano born no more. They've lost 4 games proud before the game against Babani Swallows, and so the Siano is like I ding who team no she share and now he's also decided that who's the coach be a was Aubrey Modiba ne Kulusi Muda 2 and 3. I had not tried for the national team or by. Was it Debbie? I said, Tiwan in the ball left back, the Tapelo Moreno. So, also using the for and now he's brought Obidi Musa Lebusa back to the center back, but Nefes does Motobo Invala. So, Nina is affecting the structure of the team. In Vinviono, now Tebo Mokwena is injured. So, Leboa Mabue Marcelo Allende. But it has to be Tebo Mokwena and Marcelo Allende. So, that is another thing he's doing. So, what you want to see is how are players to be fitted to the new system you want to play.
Yes.
You understand me? So that is what people will be watching. And that win against Super Sport United was very key, very important for him. So they'll qualify again to the next stage of the competition. What was the last year? Sia Belouizdad was there. Ali was there. Sundowns almost qualified. Now Pirates, Jana Galaxy. The revenge, Moreno Ramorobelli, because the South African last year best share. Pirates won 5 on penalties. So, but the wonderful work are Chagofasho Mabasa and Dion Hoto, clearly the 2-0. At home, Pirates will beat them. There's no doubt about it. They'll beat them to qualify to the group stage of the competition. Now, as for the Tunis, I'm happy for one thing. You said Belali or share the 4-1 against the Kayada. You said Belali was part of the wonderful 2018-2019 double Champions League back-to-back win by Moin Shabani, the head coach. Now, you said Belali left winger and then you have Anis Badri on the right. That was a wonderful combination for them. You said Belali Akwa Wasama back. And how do you announce you coming back like that? He announced it by scoring 2 goals. He had a brace in that particular game. And then Jan Sassi, the Brazilian, also scored. And then Yassin Mera, centre-back share. So they have a very solid team now with the fact that Yassin Meria, to guy. Is also Algerian nationality. To guy start as a centre back. To guy Yassin, that's a solid. Then my son, the boy I love, Anamala Memech, a 20-year-old goalkeeper, now is ascended the throne of number 1 for the Tunisian national team. And then Espra, he's solid as 20 years. He's superb, brilliant guy, courageous, good judgment, anticipation, reflex. He's solid. So Esperance finalists almost go group, and this year the team is stronger because you've said that count. So Esperance will go very far in this competition. So Esperance also qualified. They'll score a lot of goals in this particular game. APR versus Pyramid. Pyramid is look. The APR team played well. The midfield Lamin Ba, Tadio Luanga, former Uganda national team player, and then Seydou Dauda. That was a wonder move. Emma Mohamed Lachey and Blatter Touré, they were struggling. Until the first half, a lot of chances. Unfortunately, Gilberto Mugisha wasted that. So could have gone 2-0 up, and that would have been different ball game altogether. Until Omala Oyama, Fisti Maili, back into the game, Emu equalizer. So, and then Rich Molam Tebe, 70, he was also very superb. So we have 2 Ghanaian interests there. The only problem, they are not converting their chances. IPR. Because IPR, going to Egypt because of the lack of creativity, problem. So Pyramids will qualify.
Primus will qualify. They will qualify. Prime is that Ibrahim Adel, Ibrahim Adel is doing very well in the Egyptian national team, and then Fisty Mayele. So yeah, so Ramadan Sobi. Until we are there, the options of strikers planting the ball at the back line, even when they play bad like they did or Rwanda, they will have people to score. So around APR, and don't forget the Pyramid was in a group stage last year, so they also qualify. And I said that, and Red Arrows and Team Mazembe won the first leg by 2-0 away, and Marcel Ngimba is the new kid. He's playing so wasn't last season of free the Moscow junior team, but he's been superb, playing so well. This is a game that they win by a lot of goals. So Team Mazembe also qualified about Red Arrows. Younger, the young Africans. Last week, Coach Miguel Gamon there complaining, he said National Assembly has 14 players. Obiaboma national team. Sompa Sports. But Prince Dube, at me, Ekoye near here as a fatal 1 goal. Now the commercial bank or National Bank of Ethiopia, Kaleba Mankwa, if I play so well that game, play 19, and the Omar Bashu, formerly of Wafa, the two of them play so well. At least who say Champions League,
Ghanaian players.
Yes, I'm impressed. It's not just that I'm impressed that with time we improve. So we they're younger, they can score 3 or 4 goals in this paragraph because Omar is fresh for this game, unlike the national team assignment. So Yanga will also qualify. And do I hear? I said that the Yanga was also in a group, Midiama group, no. Ali Midiama, Sia Belouizdad. So Yanga is also qualifying on that note. Say your baby your friend saying whether Samatex, what is going to happen?
Well, Mattia Apostle made us say Algeria 5 o'clock and our CS Constantine and a year in Swaterman a game no ebebaso enti yabafi everybody about share ana Samatex and so and a Raja and so a game no so ebebaso and also ye 7 and Raja Club Athletic and a Samatex return leg and so baso you 2-2 first leg and Apostle say
the green and white. So I had over 220 ultras to buy. They could travel to your country. So that's one thing someone takes players might do because the kind of crowd, any chant they've no experience.
Sompa Sports.
But football they will be a team. In spite of that, they should put up a good fight and hope for the best here.
Well, we real quick. Yenche Yabasha Ghana Premier League in the Anafi and clubs me no more and so Africa na Yasha Santuroko Elbomo matches no Boise almost some of the buses BC advantageous location Samamo China Boise Yabebaho live in Khaled Anafi House of Folk Watara says still mon support Omujumudi say more criticize or Tomase by their resource ebesesa ye ba ye buses ye ba na ye ba bewram e wo fie yemra
Aziz de so bi ya nim say okwe surgery ba no won sheda enya no oda ze ba yesela no is house for register ka 30 triplets ni so 30 triplets no omodo maka ho binti ese mo nyina sa place mbra pobima na omumra no mbesa mo yare o to sitim no be free to go aba tim so benya 11 days e Togo me hwehwe mo so kire se ombebo tuma friendly matches e wa Accra ba ko be nyame aduma o kire bi e kina na ombebo mi no on kra no makobo ba ko Benin sana report no e kire itiyeve openta mo mu wie dia nyame aduma mo da o meni no mba Besara Kopobimana for first game on the 7th, you know, against Basaka, and I said Basaka FC. Holy Sat from the Yamo Mosukra. Come and see them beam. Hey, yo, Richard, I feel when he has a party with mutual understanding, they say the woman for the crata man say, Timiko Babia, Ope. Tiamania or no. Papa, a French for number, and shed no so, sir. It's my mefa people, a friend, La Porca, any kind.
Okay.
First is out here, me too, by Monique de la Germanie, de Mondial, Froca là-bas, obligation, appelle-moi. la coach soa. Yes, coach we fed Vincent Company. Aye. So the coach and the people in the bush say can Vincent Company make the company successful in Germany? Salajilama Asabafu was it Bayern Munich, de Germany, de Mondial. Forka là-bas, obligations, appelle-moi la coach soir. Hey! Salajilama Abrié. Was it Club du Ghana, Salamité de la Hohoe Le Monde.
Club du Ghana aussi Kotoko.
Célébration de jubilation qu'on connaît Monsieur Boué. Was it Kumasa Santo Kotoko to make their first Virgin Cup, to win their first Virgin Cup at Hohoe. Okakwa se o se mutimiji amuba amfa kufi o se ebe pe mani mo a. Salajela ma
na pa kutia sa.
Oh, the people ni dia ba na first maker. Bo se mutimiji a Virgin Cup no a. Na se mo de kufi kesi mo ni ebe pe mani mo a. Mo am lie. Say the people ka. Cup no. Lazis de so bi anim say okwe surgery buy no won sheda enya no order say by estela no has for register ka 30 triplets ni so 30 triplets no o me do maka ho binti ese o nyina sa place mbra po bi ma na o mbra no mesa mo yare o to sitim no e be free to aba tim no so benya 11 days e o Togo me hwehwe mo so kire se o mbebo tuma friendly matches e wa Accra ba ko be nyame aduma o kire bi e kina ena ombobo mi no onkra no makobo ba ko Benin sana report no ekire itiyeve kopenta mo wie dia nyame adbo mo da o meni no mba besara ko pobima na first game on the 7th no against Basaka and I said Basaka FC holy side some day am mo sukura come see them abim hey yo Richard ai afedi when he has a party with mutual understanding. They say the woman before the crata man say, "Utimiko by beer ope." Ti amani o no.
Was saying animal yam so afar and tumapa if you fixed one no and I say you type for the permanent one no and also some you see a untimi into give and no and you feel the PFM bridge and I say PFM crown afi you sign cleaning services oba your profession mu na you feel skilling and polishing say ebia and never be ahihye esenimu say bi okasa itimi mapampan and ade ebagu na no oba gentleman dental ye ni nyina bi ewo ho gentleman dental clinic ye wo Koforidua Central Police Station enchen ho and na wodru enkan so aye Nungwa ena atomic down dome kwa benya runabout no so hwa ena wodru takwade pipe ano traffic light na ewo pipe ano ye ne OGN bank na na wo the same premises ena kachiman so ye wo magazine market kwan no so hwa anase opposite AY Ahmed ena wodru Kumasi Abrepo Junction total filling station wa traffic light na enihwe G runabout no wo free total filling station na ya bron sign na edi ho ye adwuma free eda joada kopem eda memeda wetimi afre ya homa no e wo 055 913-9582.
If I shop, I'm a shot your bag.
Brady, and not to him.
What time about Michelle see about Queen Wayne say?
Bra, said your time about Mister, it's your Jimmy fearful, and not your back ever so.
Really, no, this offending now.
Bra, so me cousin me the time about Mister Huadansia. We are singing now about Timinka. It is some malaria. Where do any time about Mister?
I never go, dear, and what I want to me any deal. Where do any time about Mister? A drink and your mark or bar waffle through. Dear, one mark for down for any aquada when you feel do me, and son of the time about Mister Draven. Shasa Wako Hospital and answer lab. I'm what who said, oh, a 3D malaria be answer.
I also time me TIME. Time about Mister. I feel malaria fever be than is Ziba, a woman. Ubenya be at all, over the counter medicine sellers. And they have a shop to do now.
What did you say? And Koyan Fam Momo, was a year legal battle anymore. Then eventually, some of their most prized assets, players or more dean our club nimno on Mejawako. And one of them, Rodri. Inti Man City for no ebo hu kakra. But from the camp of Madrid, they also know that as it stands, in the next year or two, Omonsa and Rodri in simple terms, because one, Man City are not selling, and then two, if Madrid makes a move at the City the city the demands they will make transfer fee near the end, it will look like an improbable transfer. Madrid have made big buys, but Bellingham Musica and the money, but yes, was a be na Man City if they go in for Rodri. So they know that in normal terms, it is a very complicated deal to pursue. So Madrid have cooled off. But when that's what and so was our court case, say in the worst of scenarios, and now in the worst case, na ekosise ya Man City point ye demoting it in the championship ya any BBA, it will have a huge sporting impact. A negative on the City team now. It gives Madrid more any other clubs who are interested in Man City players an advantage, because in the event say you are relegating Man City, yes, Monco championship, you demote more. Menya sure say big players or more team they will want to continue playing. Menya sure say the coach Pep Guardiola will want to continue. So Omo GDS say BB says City team more. It will be like a tsunami at the shock at the beba, and then a whole in Sunsanswani be as a players jai way jai. A banisana there will be a scramble for the most prized assets of the City team into clubs ni bebrebe ko so mo kwa pebi. And any Madrid no any that's all. But fancy I'm telling you, City will fight that legal case to the letter. And I know why I'm saying this. They stand a lot to lose if they don't win this legal case. City team no. Se omen wini sa omone Premier League entokoya. City no wo nyoma bebrea obehwere if they don't win. So they will put in everything there is to win. Even if the initial hearing now they will appeal and they will take this matter to the highest of courts, both in the and behind the scenes. Because we know there's a left and right, City will battle this case out to find a way out of it.
Man City.
And yet Nottingham Forest. And yet Everton. This is Manchester City. And it is a club that is owned by a hierarchy. The rulership. If City lose this case, a defeat any dim bonnet ebe bata the Abu Dhabi royal family ne ho,
and even the trophies and the titles so much.
Menyaka sport in there. I am talking about the royal family.
Yes,
they are buomo ya respect yomo amount for mu niagro na aba out say ebusuane hyase ana City eye kokoasa ede nyoma fa eye kuntinase na omu wie mu, so that they will have a certain sporting advantage. Ebegu ebusuane hu fin. They will not sit and allow this to happen. Any abako. Two, adie bia omode sports ede aya ate eye royal family nenim no. Sadie we ne be pepe fro, because the biggest form of achievement from the Abu Dhabi, the royal family no, or more involvement in sports no, the pinnacle, the zenith, Manchester City. If it happens that City are too many monyamsu because ya tete omo ya ewe ya ebegu omo, so they will not allow that. So they will fight this from the front and fight this from the back. And fancy in legal cases, so we kind of quarter now undi bem. Wasam aye deni nano aye dependent on kwan obe faso obe kan obe argue case well at the law court. Anything say you don't just need a good case, you need a good lawyer or a solicitor or a barrister. You need that as well. And yet wasam the prison go a lot of people are behind a jail, almost every jail time. They are behind bars, not because Omasamo yet there, but only come up for. And you say, Kwanche DFN, Yedisika to get a competent lawyer who is well respected, you need money and influence. And these guys have it in abundance. They have money, they have influence. And to the legal team, no, a Lord Panic. David Panic is a KC. You guys are a KC in the UK establishment. We are the King's Counselor. Why they really you say wow? We are the King's Counselor. Enti abasubodi adiama on say lawyers or minimum ra ewo UK ni na wo. Ana the King of England ajiatum say yema wo ahyensodia soronko se wo dwuma wo di no eso eni
ono na city afano
enyo ono kwa omo beto but he's the lead. They have a legal team, but your frontier of cases no.
Yeah,
there's David Panic.
Sompa Sports.
He's a Casey, and also a lordship title. So this is coming straight from the royal family. Your fellow Lord Panic, your fellow Lorda, and they say be a busia who free mono more that lordship titles no into a hereditary, into opapa a lord no war event.
Na chese Roger so ene Summertex a game no aba so yebehwem nemum na otwi mu nsema odropi eba so we final lap na dikama me takwan swayem MC honorable to say na wa hitipa na omun sense me ba ye na afi honorable Benjamin Kesse on TNA Stadium or say or come mu nyina maso ate senya public funded enye se bia manfo sika bi no magije dabi we private eno takwan swayem MC honorable Benjamin Kesse on TNA
Park no onye Go First Foundation na we see stadium foundation no or trust fund na what the gis cano now what they develop operational areas are Go First where you do more and you know go TNA Park no onye public funded sports stadium to them are a simple to them are don't pay match hotel to them are sunlight astroturf now what the public funds what you see and you know sir NSC if they are not selective sports by this time they should be managing the sunlight astroturf, they should be managing the don't match hotel, that is public funded sports facility, but they have selected to mismanage TNA Park. Okay, I don't know if I'm going to know what saying.
Yes, Honorable Benjamin Kesse, and your public funded stadium. Timon Shannon so now some no. Meza.
Fancy, first of all, he's right. So Ostetisa and your public stadium. The SCSC one and your sports ministry sika near DC. And the National Sports Authority sika near DC. A go fields for Anomusi. Na omuye bibiari no omusi stadium ayesi ni awodo nyina no NSA fo ne taye dey ehweso intimada roma monjina monye dey mo hweso mfamaye na nyoma ntimi nkoye emfamaye na at the end of the day ne ba na ebehunu stadium na yaboma baso se maye na mahweso no mahwe ye Sports Act eni mumra eni de tetaro no ebe kire se NSA ankasa no stadium ay sisi no matwa bia municipal ne nkofo awodo person mo di show bi nsa no edi se fata se wo so ultimi de dey e de show mo se no ne da wo ye fe no ne to nchen. This week we've discussed the subject of whether both of them they are right or wrong ni nyina ba besi ho, but ene the person me kan wan say me the implications of all the bruhaha na ekoso no.
Okay,
that bi no isusu aso ben ana ade ekoso yi any dimboni a NSA na nya no ebetimi di aba. Ye gama ye boni say no. We need more investors than even the architects of the game.
Obian so person be invested.
Obian person odi ni sika be shim. Now saying Oma ye who say no more tire astroturfs na hold on pan. It was not the NSA, it was not the sports ministry, Ghana Gas. And the GMPC.
GNPC rather. Okay.
It's GNPC ye bina Ghana Gas so ye bi omienu nyina. Because Kumasi ase bebre na no. Minim kra no. Oh, Bremai dey omo ye kra Ghana Gas ne be.
Asante, because it's come from here.
That is it.
But Osha GNPC, they are mostly Kwame Banakumu na outside Kumasi.
Outside Kumasi. Yeah. But Kumasi and its environment, no do na Ghana Gas. It's your mummy no match or mumu. Where you be waha, F kama any sports ministry nesi. Obeka se Ghana Gas ne GNPC ya buying. Okay, fine. One way or the other. Moya mo ade na mode akwakofa ho na mode ba as part of social corporate responsibility. What am I say? Astroteps. Now, as part of social corporate responsibility, some company will be as part of idea he wants to give back to the community. He decides what to say. I am buying. What it belongs to the government. Oh yes, so it belongs to the government. So I am buying. Osha, we want most private institutions as part of our royalties in this social corporate responsibilities. No bet my and you be a bit I be fitting for the community. No more find yourself in. There are a lot of top and what many apostles Kazana Beka they say. Say no, because of import duties in this annual man crown. Most of the companies now ke cranium free omo edeba Ghana hano. E say be dodo na ba be omo plant wo krom ha wo. Tema Accra. There are few of them no mo Kumasi. Omo ba be planter. Omo bo mo modern so omo ye production no ha then they will supply it here na say the be aka nye dey. All of these people have a certain responsibility, which is the social corporate responsibility to invest within the community. But you choose how to invest it. But as a football nation or as a football country, no, to me say, baby, here's capable to build up sika seven you maybe a bit more boys no musi so no. The sporting aspect of it. Because na kulabi abesi subiabo huni bi anu atambut. Mi area mete. Akoda bi wo o ma me shop na no baba na be hu akra na buza say na ba bi e tinti because unusuka akola uko school de ball obetena regional council honum na ombobo no weekend now we are no afaka de ko. But if companies are around the so establish academy aye bibi kakra good pitches wo ho a hu hia so be free ba bi o wo no ababa yara ho ba ke ho na no. Because they've created something over there, they could work alongside it. The more reason why a Premier League regional and national was because of these companies. Neoplan Stars, Gapoha, it is because they invested well. It's any facilities, or facilities, we say, no. Oh, expect said these companies will come in, but they've been a go fields, I know. It is Shebruha and at Tarahono. Why pan a bit me convincing is uncle ye be baby fufro. Who are you going to convince? Due to this attitude, the attitudinal issues concerned with how I sit here steady so you're managing no, you're maintaining no, it is preventing people from investing.
And it's a phone so be catch us no more.
Now why? They could to be fair to them, we can literally raise an argument in defense of them. Say,
how much as a process now? You can no percentage in no, and say be Kumasi.
What has been a discussion around internally generated funds? Which company panel we are saying Ghana has here internally generated funds? Ube Jaisi and Kobe before. How well are you doing your job to even raise money? For example, Tamale Sports Stadium, and you do the standard I show. Almost said the NSA boss. What can I say? Maybe no. My menu issues. The Casemnia the idea is finance as you the public accounts committee. Ya try to say I'm watching no baby or be also we use scan. Scan what's the idea? Stadium more transfer on one personal account. Now yes, sir. No.
What's what you use to say?
Oh, fancy what they are idea. Oh, that's
passport.
What you said?
Now the Bema, yes,
it's a balance. What they are idea.
But on the Bema, and as I come.
Oh, now please cry here.
Crewman, simply chum say car.
Please, but share the new appointee now about our year, Jumano. Share the way pitching. And yes, extraordinary. Whatever that is going on at Tamale Sports Stadium, it is good, but it is not extraordinary.
Okay.
It should have been done a long time ago. Mm-hmm. But internally generated funds, kakrebia or no nabeto son in your marketing, kitibia or and I fancy what they day or they are your man. I'm telling you for a fact, say, Mr. Ima, Now oye NSA boss of Abaya Sports Stadium. There were a lot of things they internally generated funds now nobody. I can quite remember say there was a time CAF be inspection be near that day. Mike, and your koroko ne call Heinz so prepare you maybe buy a crampa or modi be shimo be weduma. As part of internally because
is air conditioners.
Koroko bobo koroko home games ho. Koroko feels say omuntimi nyi kotoko ska ko kan che koroko se by force ntina try stadium ye ni se but omuni koroko tena ase. Oh, ade a ye nyina na be dey. Ebeboy. Koroko finds it wise. Yemfa Wimbra yemwa because at the end of the day ye nyina na be dey. Ibe use stadium no. Ska omubenya na at the end of the day no be kono mo dey pitch ni ho adwuma. There no marketing accreditation in your marketing TV they used to do it themselves over there at Babayara because it brings enough money. San your man intino Prof Chumesi ye ni free so. When they come yoko for be investigate papa yi. So first kabia. Meanwhile, no, a lot of things that were done at Baba Sports Stadium, and you complaining bebre, it was internally generated funds. And the public accounts committee musa the papa na ekotenaso. Now, within your body as NSA na nkasa no, one ma politicizing no, two internally generated funds mo person musa centralizing no. Say embedi baby faako. Three Scanner South be di mu nsema de this effort as was somebody and within the period of time class won't mean some enfanye. So how do we even defend you totally when it comes to such matters? I know the ministry and the higher hierarchy of the NSA and omo mudi omo because I have for Chinebi di DBH. I was a free sroba form. Niye nyoma bebre. Now because when sanity prevails at the top a ba se besi. E soro no mo nyoma dwuma ye. Infinfi omo nyoma dwuma ye na ase for class be do my dwuma ye. You are preventing private investors from building infrastructures, from helping making sure some bit manage because Obia na adu so besi bibi krala osuro.
But ade we no takwa for ni ambre o.
Na no asem na Mike kan wantia na oso omudi agro. Ahwe mbeto stadium na ese for ntimi for mo na
go from penfo watakwa nyina support de bia me van MC be de. So it was say o ma brand san o manya.
Kroma ni nyina hwe. Omosa som na ese for be rofa. It is not a joke fancy. But the impact of whatever is going on in the long run is preventing investors from investing in the nyoma ebeti mama ye sports etimi atumpom for nyoma ebeti mama ye agu kensi netimi akoyama na ye kama omo twetwe omo kakra obi abesuro because ombeye na ado ano abesi hu na de takashi ni I read aba befa say me NSA gwese so media ma betare ho meje me yes
no me pese me busa apostle
because two letters na ba abonte no o read dia
because say no read the statement ba na read the dia ba no we be counter
the poster of the NSA is funny.
How?
Fancy. It's the letter sounds authoritative.
Say omona esiana.
Oh, what's the picture aseno? Letter na it say authoritative. Yeah, shamo. Oh, say it also it's something that needs to be collaborative. We've been saying it all of this time. Yeah, boy minister video, her minister boy NSD, minister boy sports ministry D, and a minister sabo municipal assembly D.
So munyina be kambo.
Munyina mon kambo. It is about sitting down, collaborating, understanding and
making sure hand over. Go first for hand over to the sports ministry, no, or the man sports minister or say on best stadium nisu ya mom. And indeed, sports minister honorable Sojitumu say parties in me and saying I be kambo. So yeah, and yeah one to say party say yeah political party asem say be at the NSC. Takwan su ayim for na fame van se bia municipal assembly for no nyina ana be ka bom no mai na ministry nso support
it is adwen ento that's why say maybe NSA when
escape for now ya matches no be ka so mu hu ba bia process afade say
na mon kambo process na fan
na no ya matches on bo is how gaka competition ya dey almost so mu ba bia fa
fancy agro okroma pa o omo gronwo atakwafo na be le omo sports omunya very careful omunya very careful ebi na make say ade a wo say ade tie ne no wo say internally generated funds Your bomb match near the Adenis Kebe Rezu Honoma. And there are people are ABA, only omo collaborator, bit said the MC and even media ma. They'll be eager to help. I know, say, Moses Parker will be ready to invest.
Stadium
and this capacity because media man,
yeah.
Other teams, but at least off frontier this cabeba. But say, somebody any po, not gate process, beba, no more person more centralized gate process, beam. And they are buying property.
Whoa, Mike, Bray, every other match we are can see him.
Well, the South Takwa Stadium issue, I think somebody can catch it needs a collaborative effort. It also be a kabum. Now, stadium no, enya NSDA, enya bindia, and anonum dia. TNA Stadium, enya NSDA, enya bindia. And where Anke best strengthen the hands of the NSC, sanki dia binsika. And yeah, by way a company be foundation, the corporate social responsibility, and mostly when CSR projects are done, I am a cut towards the particular body anyway. So, and more, yeah, they be to me. The best thing is I was uncommon mediate. Because then me catch us say, just approach them MP.
Yes.
Takwan so I am MP no, Merekuduka, ondi mwenim. Na mediate the SCBR between the NSA and then the municipal assembly. There is no way the municipal assembly can run TNA no without input from the NSA. Sompa NSA needs to me run TNA without input from the municipal assembly. Until they need each other. I was almost kabum no moti omo huase no mutu anamono. Na kwaya say a power player. Obia will coin obetimi DH now so the AG Stadium, but at the end of the day, who suffers? The people. Enti Nananom should come on board. And I acquire Nananom the announce so dear. As to say, Quaya Befaso CSC Stadium, Sika Bay away, you know. Get process in quantity. Media ma obo home match. I mean, sure say Obenya consistently 5,000 every home game. A betting. And Sasika no Benyana intimate maintaining facility way. So what is needed and say Nananum comes together and then they create a TNA a stadium management fund. Inti fund no Nananum enfan to company bia utu gold e watakwane nimpotem company bia odi jumedi watakwane nimpotem say omo de as part of omo CSR omo make donations every quarter enfan be good stadium management fund in him. And no beye a sika fotoa omo beyi mubi no mo de pitch maintenance e de aye emrano e beye crucial into Goldfields de ne de beba Ghana Manganese Company de ne de beba Anglo Gold de ne de beba all the other mining companies e de omo de beba mining related companies omo de beba and then the small scale mining companies almost watakwa omo de beba then well-to-do individuals almost ye juma watakwa bibi wo munsem enso di kakra beba into bon say you will be able to get a guaranteed sources of funding for a period of time and no beboa but no MC in ya onya response ope because he's coming from a certain angle a bit politicized inti a partisan or munim so wa entire onya response or no say obisu fufro kokoya MP no onya response or but if it's coming from the traditional leadership and the na say a way omo ayaje omo tum say omo ehwe apinto traditional area ne so into omo de need any buo de mom and they'll be able to get a necessary response omo so airpay then eventually ye benya de ehwe de frame say wetimi wa come we de emfa hwe mfamba so NSA no should soften their stance. They should humble themselves, and then the MC should also open their doors to whatever grievances are NSA no. And so the baby my father, omo ye any the entry. So ye NSA niya enya wode. How they went about it, it was to embarrass the NSA. I think they could have gone about it in a more appropriate manner. No, say. Meeting normal year or normal year a year facility.
Oh, okay.
So clearly, I said me to me. I am sure you said to me.
Yeah.
And I think I am what.
Maybe the force are Jeffrey.
Exactly. They should get together and then work in the interest of Takwa. A Takwa and whom a year a don'tia. The omuye be a de kese the NSA no NSA will deliberately come and decide that they will run the facility down. nyoma ba ko mienu miense bi na lead to that enti ye betimi asi ano ana okay yem jaima mo nkwa mo nye. What we are going to do is that it's going to be a collaborative effort. And the assembly, will also have a say. And the DNA assembly, NSA, because if it comes to technical people, the NSA has it more than the municipal assembly. Yep, but the will, the commitment, and the famekono, and I na issue, and the dear Drew baby Drew. But Obia Semon Yede, into young Cambom near to more fancy. I have issues with. I think the current format of a CAF interclub competitions, I will see a shame.
Also when the
no, me come matches, come format.
Our format,
yeah, and your matches, no. The format in baby, I'm going to say, you see, football evolves. Football is a Drew stage be a you share senior and penny 14 your moves. Let's expand the AFCON. So that we encourage mass participation. Nema countries be the say Comoros, Munya, Konya, Bebobi. Under 17 other age limit tournament are here Kokoboy. First, near mono qualifies inside the Abono. And they say Obiambo a localized version of qualification into Wafu Zone B, Wafu Zone A, North Africa for Bebo Mode, Edientia for equitable distribution. Ninya enough a year representation from the various African regions. I think some format almost been from the CAF interclub competitions. Cost effective, and then two, it will also allow the less a year privileged clubs, an opportunity and also a fair opportunity to compete. Where am I drink today? I didn't in American so what the Samates echo pair against Raja gap noah. And it is not a fair game. And yet fair game. All those who in the league here, but and yet fair when Samates has to compete directly with Raja for a spot in the Champions League proper. Emane sana emwa EDNC your rankings war. Enti si be Champions League ni asesa format ni kakra. Ye benya seeded teams bia they wouldn't have to play qualifiers. And the competition in Kebenya two phases. The pre-competition stage na and no benya the qualification stage. Nanka alalimo, Raja mo, omo ya consistent, say Esperance mo. Omo de debia ni enim say Champions League no mo ba mo ko menim. And to pay their point, Alali needn't play qualifiers against Goma here. And this Esperance ekobo qualifiers. Enisa Raja no kobo qualify. Yes, CD omo. Yes, on the so automatically omo qualify for the tournament proper. Europe, any sanity here. Yeah. Yeah, one more yes CD omo. Udi position where kosi where straight. You do rim. Not the rest na kano. Yenya be 48 teams are. Yeah, the omo bo a certain qualification phase are. And no krano a bit me ni group unko ana it could be in a league format or it could be in a straight knockout format. Send your bear some year Samates na me room cry. It was our qualification stage. Hona. Anya Sheno, my Bob 6 matches in Africa. Are you okay? So me call a group of 4 teams. Now me will be a home and away. Fancy 6 teams and it gives these teams the necessary exposure. But for what will it be worth? Say Magic League, me kobo Africa, me kobo wa match pe me frame. Exposure be no benya. Minim said American what yes here. Matodi na se pa. I was a caft na say zones. It is about money now. If there is money, I know something like this we implement here boa. But more competition ni musu nye de. As I too predictable. You say debia de Esperance Sundowns Akosia way Wanengala there with the be in
because one angling who on a flight or be called direct.
Why should allow qualification?
To do not jet lag.
I don't think I was a Lalibo qualification. Why not J the last edition? Why not J the last edition?
Yeah.
So into what J or qualifiers. No, they ram into the tournament proper. Into I think a calf. I was so much nasty. There may change there. One opinion. But there are several other opinions that will suggest other formats a bit me adopted. Let us look at ways where your interclub competition, you bet me a boni ye na ye deny kono. So yeah, say me your club I me watch hard. Na minim say me team air both 6 matches wo mu a. O money in any bound. But when there's a one-off qualifier, home and away your boy will be a frame, will be any count, or be any way. So I think I come from one and but Has is share the best opponent.
The
best opponent. Me catch on the crown. The best opponent I'm facing with him.
So Mike, I don't think that Takwa MCU did anything wrong. First of all, stadium I've spoken to some officials of Gov. They're upset. It come back to near Akomia Kamba invest. See, Sebiu, the kind of people that we have at the ML, they don't understand business. A lot of them don't understand business. And so near Namotun, so they don't care. They are upset because, Mike, this issue about whether they should get private company to manage came up before they handed over. And I'm so, somebody won't buy for you, they Yamaha. So it came up because you don't forget, say, Sebiu go for Takwa Daman and you're gonna pay no more.
But Chelsea 1, West Ham 0, Nicholas Jackson.
Now I know a discussion. Yeah, we are to have. Yes, because baby I do know yet. Now, Sebiu, as we speak, they have to make a case for even the investment they've done to their board.
Some passports.
Investment amukoye and do we are now choka. First of all, the investment is meant for the community. Community, I for politics they can't believe, but I for like Michael indicated. No we are the proper custodian to make sure say Oma shade no so ye. More personal, but decision as to how it is run. Some reporting momu. Now why am never running? Why am never running? We like I said. Yeah, legal instrument. Yeah, we didn't factor in. We are anticipating crime. Sebi, a company will build a private stadium. I see a handover. Ama NSC and I say private institution running. We are considered we are a new development. Now, Sebi, so at the end of my community, na who do to me community no uka one or more pretty. So why you do this? More name there no Sebiu na mako any info any municipal fako transi. Say see like minister no kano say nyina kambo.
Yeah.
Na ye pese ye training some passport na ye faswa ye bebwa. And the best bet one who baby all free ba no krano who nobody's interested in the challenge if the near wa bontene say you have run down the various stadia.
Yeah.
Say you discover who nobody's interested in that. So as a result of that, sit down. Na Emma Sebiu, omunti ase say, ekwa we ne befa so na the person na nanom we. Mo mai obi a obeka Sebi, mo delegate obi, ye form a committee. Ye ne always expected by a person Sebiu say no credit ni pepepe yo, and then also say a football say be ni nipa bako adwemo na mo so ye no a football bi am fo say mo de bebo no and e ba san so na no feedback no ni esi bia ye de brem member no so no e de brem nti munim ne ekọ say do ba bi na bia e say mo frɛ na mo bi say ensem bako am so go for so de nipa bako aba municipal so de nipa bako aba na NS obe nipa miensa because of no running. So there's a team there. Bibi ekosu bia no mo transi adwin ho ehwe ne beboa enti one do kredie enkambom o dey say adwin baako sa na ye na o chọ krata ye be close 2 men na close for private facilities down we aban can't be close private unless say wa ye ne tra Ghana mra o to me be na o to be close obi there be we say o ti say o MP ube close me fee me private house ube close da ha me nyohwe because me no anya sem to me be na what. So a lack of maturity in handling this. See, Sebi Seba, Adia Sebi Mran Shada Mau, Uni so to me bebre no, ye de adwini nyansa and a council. And ya patapana ni edin. That is why the MC also did what he did. Because Sebi or your property in a way. Almost share so on behalf of the way we are custodians on behalf of the people of Takwa. And the MCU the oil protecting maybe the approach, but what he did was to make sure say Japadia ye dia share in some way dia no ye be bon by. Omun kan teacher on be running.
But Sebiu, Oma Bana washroom. How many months there? Washroom and a pitch and a Jessica. Why do you expect to sit down and watch you do that? No. Clearly, na says Subandada na mudi baha and omumpini. So they have every right to do what they did. They have every right to protect it. Then they say should go back, sit down with them. Oma apologize for let Anomuchro Asebi. I mean who ni 3-9. Then sit down with them. Since I'm almost in there to run it. No much the reason why it should be given to them to run. Now, the fact is also who now running UTNMs in the guy. Or see they are not competent or cancer based on the say yes I can see in 2 years studio. And see cultural mode near betimia different from Niawaya said Niakano.
Yeah.
That's not convince you. No mujitum so okay. Like me kind of since someone or so more a committee no munya so someone yeko. And ko yo meka wansem. And to yamunja mamusa we a community pitch. A community there.
Already can and abaye back and forth. Our Montano release about
but some major musa there, Debbie. And so many one. What do I say? Sikano Somujia. Omujia. A percentage should come to the community. True nananum. What do I say? Aha. And yeah, MC, Debbie, nananum MC is almost want to be a him. As well, I can't last days no new on your show about sending party to grab winning and winning. So that nanum the more they be. So the nanum should make sure be a arrangement with the traditional council. And in the baby about 10% or 15% will go there. And they might come about the mining company, yes. They will do it, but I don't know why now because already or maybe or royalties, but they should learn to get the expert in events to use here, for instance. The outside, maybe for instance, stadium no before the main pay, they can create a dome there for wedding, for funerals. Because Sunday every day for parties. Create a wonderful dome with good pitch, grass, green, proper. If you are red. What do you say? And you make sure say why you no prepping no camera near fancy mobile near could be almost way no more girls get me Philly. Why you are prepping heavy? Would you 2,000? 1,005? Yeah, wedding by 3 a week, I saying. So you make sure say a year parties with quality sound. What do you say? So you'll be able to make sure say whilst you are expecting way for the companies and you need to bante but wait there wiki bia this is a wedding. What do you say?
Oh, but charge more than your boy in the crowd.
Yeah, musical shows. So near answer make a picture also. Musical show, and one thing about that is almost quality musical shows. On quality, have money, so like quality. So you have to have an event company that will run that and then make sure say the musical shows are also fetching money for you. So that unya and musical journey and betia park and America. I saw Kata Park no so send be a picture no and destroyed. So that you'll be able to make sure you raise that money as well while looking at the companies. And to what near play team or so kakra event to kakra and then the one from the company cannot come boma. Now obetimi resist am maintaining stadium no obetimi sustain the high quality that we are seeing now. CAF they are not there. Mike no Sebi you bought this particular
Sompa sport.
But it has to do with money. And then also you see the point is that football at Dum Pempeswa say yema lesser clubs and so an opportunity for them to grow. But as we speak now, the current format, it will be difficult for them to grow because it will be difficult for them. But Michael, the point is that CAF is also influenced by the North Africans. And because you see, and like we can't cut at the at the end of the day, you almost because at 2 near there, they contribute immensely. I watch the boy so advantage of menya to make sure say opportunities the North Africans will dominate. Share Confederation Cup, share Champions League. It's all it.
Now you dominate.
Sir,
most same.
The most already form
a limited West Africa for no. So now it's Nigeria beko be a Ghana nko. Mali beko Senegal. Emwa.
Yes.
And to momo dia mass same na aye open. Ewo ho a Ana Champions League no way now. Momo clubs no more ya de there is most same na NBA mo bi aso nya akwanya no nkobi.
There's almost be more. And one apostle can always what na Ghana Premier League matches near for 7 minutes and I remember family course no. You say games be postponed because of Africa. Summer takes a game Emma so I money mediama away Emma so ana fin so atramanso ne brekum Chelsea. I want so atramanso enyama so postponed. Nemom Vision FC ni Legon series Gold Stars ebebo Baseke Holy Stars Karela ne Accra Lions Adriana Stars ebo Nations FC anafe Asante Uroko chana nyame ya adomonso and Young Apostles and ebo House of Folk ebo Bechem and I might say the right team at the right time and our dreams and the Lions Meza
dreams about dreams about out of lines but I think Vision FC are starting on a very good note against Legon Cities. Meko for Vision FC double chance in this particular game. I think they are responding so well to their debut season in the Ghana Premier League, and Coach Hamza Mo, some of these guys are more, they are doing so well. And against Legon Cities Ankasa no mo shedanya convincing no. I think Paco Sifabin has started very slowly and complaining about omu preseason. And that is what Summer takes for us Crampo for giving them the opportunity.
Yeah.
So what me preseason with a Century Cup no.
You know, Michael, the most in fact, he had 25 new players. Yeah. 25.
It will take time.
It will take time. So I think Vision will capitalize on that. Gold Stars never say Holy Stars. Gold Stars will feel Gold Stars be share this particular game. Gold Stars beat me against Basecoli. Karela ebo fi against Accra Lions. Karela beat me enya win wo against Accra Lions. Adriana ebo Nations FC tough because kasi mingo nim terrain so pa because of the time with Bichim and Bono Enclave. But I think Adriana Stars will pick up 3 points in this game against Nations FC. Asante Koroko will bossy against Young Apostles. I think Kumasa Asante Koroko will in this game, against Young Apostles. Hearts of Folk against Bichim. Tough game for Accra Hearts of Folk. Tough game. House of Folk are still unconvincing. From last season, basis summary, it will take something extraordinary for them to win against Bichim United. Remember Bichim United double chance in this game against House of Folk.
Hey.
Oh yes.
Bichim double chance.
Oh yes.
House feeling to me in Chester.
Oh yes. House of Folk race Kobo Legon Stadium. Legon Stadium so House of Folk ni Bichim na fresh for. To wumi ni na ko adapt to ha Kobo. House Bichim. Omiru na
House Bichim.
Salmon.
Yeah. A must win.
Reason is a must win.
Okay. A must win.
Okay.
Bichim no so far matches wa bonyi na no on share go. All those are on concede 2 clean sheets, 2 draws from 2 games. Has Elusi Bako, Elusu Mienu, and also share go. There is that pressure to deliver. Trust me, a true stage say now. There is something unexplainable. Carry teams to victory.
Guys.
And that same unexplainable thing, no. And then mommy GDA, mommy Tinaso catcher say,
Has a must win.
Will beat Bichim tomorrow.
Oh, okay.
Has Bechem Mochina. Because Bechem any form, and then Mrs. they can't score. Although they are not conceding. Okay, fine, no problem. They are facing a Haas team that is hell-bent on getting a first victory. Because almost shape Sinke. And say Sinke, a lot of things will go amiss. So to salvage situations, they need this win at all cost. Oh, relax. A away game, yani league, a home dominant league. Wa ubo fieno. Ona sa wu here bibi wo pe bibia ya. Opre enya sadie no. So you have that advantage against the away side. And Bechem enye good travelers in instances like this. Afena season Nasha here. Trust me. Has everything, even including the unexplainable, to beat Bechem tomorrow. So me, I am going for a House of Folk win.
Oh, okay.
has to beat Bechim. I know, and I may share. Kotoko Young Apostles, you know. A game one, fancy. A game one, a year, a giddy bia. A ye tita for new mom, and also moko tie team nechi, nema game near 4. It's tough for no. I'm gonna so moko stadium ho. Eko tie Kotoko team nechi nema game no. A year for the mom. Obuase Kotoko will good record war.
Sompa Sports.
But the game no benya the buzz, the excitement, of Kotoko's first home game. It will all have to be a year about the fans. Inti cycles, the media many share. Or it's all make come on no me show. Show number your channel. Or manya bus is a crown or bus is 10 or 15.
Also moko.
Because Obuase fund your mbeba. Omo mo share Obuase, Omo muti Obuase no, they will come. But the here Omo mobile come from Kumasi. Any either a year nearby communities, no normal supporting team. The team have what it takes to beat Young Apostles. I feel normal, but why your montanta. But you still need to make sure say everything is in order and then get that win.
Whoa. I'm from a course way. Your phone course 0551 931 931 0548 931 931. West Ham 0, Chelsea 2, Nicholas Jackson 2 goals. Your first caller. Hello, caller.
Hello, Fancy.
Yes, open your first August.
Good morning, good morning. Because I think to see I was saying again.
Yes, you.
Me brother just the name. Minya kuma kokono just person. I'm not going to remember. No, and as the president. Fancy, Sammy Omona, Sammy Motumia, and Casafu was a stadium soon. These people must be arrested and go to jail. Because I'm a bomb, mine up, papa bomb, Monica, a Japadia, or my Disikaye. And your mom paying that a getting to store, a book, cases, a shell tickets, like a same nine. No to me, share any idea, no dia, any dia. I want to make you greedy. Only gray, as a to me, I got that. I'm going to talk of wrong. A con during 80s, you know. I didn't want to be a and here is the football. I'm only to papa. During that time, I go start. It's my mama for money, I'm going to money because down and they say for a top on your money in the year. Miss Protocol. Yes,
what I see. Next, hello. Yes, sir. Solo it's you.
I can't say one family. Nana, say what your man over Jano. But you are no more neighbor the putting in Abasapa. Namicha more than Coquia and a doctor like the Momonia. Now the comic can say, Namia more Chapuno and Tocotoko, any young apostle Martino. And Yamacha that form. Said holy child, that's a holy child, echo stop has a cocono. We must so much so much against Cotocona, on what I told us of Cotoco. The best of Cotoco. Again, penny 40 bucks, you know, more money, 15 for. I got a team that you never more channel to the Bino, I come out and take Cotoco. 9 cars with you. Hello, Compaco. And young one was a hard to keep the same one. And maybe had the one with Biano. They take one more and Motomo. And the young was a hard in Yarina. And young one, Merate.
Well, yes, what I see. Hello. Yes, sir.
We do not know. Mr. Jumara, Road Minister, Honorable Ascension Watching MP, Bantima, the old Ganichiano. Now, Mr. House of Folk players. Forward, the Mukasa Muyimu Abama, yes, supporters. Would you say to Cabinet or team move? Captain once and Namunya Munto Pao. What a move from young tour. No Mukasa, house supporters, or not so much. The too much where they are young Abama house of folk supporters. Yes, let players. Omuma unity not team. Let Sayani became dear. Mufa trepas by born with an airport, the one year. Robin Ebenyao. At a Mujo Munamupa in my head.
Mate, yet say, hello. Hello, caller. Hello, caller. Hello. Hello. Open it, you're so man, so my water, my name is you.
I have a
okay.
Hello.
Yeti o kasa.
Mesacho has and I'm passionate about Kaka.
A kind of
woman say you have too much. You know, you see. But I feel like in a yard. Who go too much now? Who do so? I don't care. Say the work of relegation. You need to be sorry about that. The legend. You think I may have to mark. Allow. It's not hard, but in a 3 points. That's it.
Okay, yeah, I say.
I would have you.
Hello. Hello, caller. Hello.
Yes, sir. Fancy.
Open it you.
Fancy for God.
Adam.
With the Robert. Because if he looking brother, I would have to be trying to play a fancy. Minoka said, I can't make any understand. Indian Avacasa Viziano has a vocal. Over Yadiano, with the annuity and wedding income. What are there? For too much is holding to the young president. Yami Adamaka, brought across the players. Mama Moshe coach, Mama Moshe playing for Mono. But the woman is the podcast now because the podcast now. The area watch it. And so I'm Moshe Payne. Yes, you're from Pabuchi. Yes, I met Tamuchi. Maybe piano. And you come and has a book. Yami Adamaka. The point, yes, sent to Ghana. Let me try and put that to you.
Hello, caller. Hello.
Hello.
Good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Mama, it's you. Your first August, a friend.
I saw your friend. If you had a because I think probably.
Okay, it's you.
Okay, I'm talking about Kakra. And the one of your panelists make concerning CAF. And I think would be again not almost said they are new clubs and exhibit play. Some attendance, and come with me above more day or CAF Champions League because there are some attendance. Your bad Premier League and say you need expose the DRC. You know, CAF now, yeah, boy, like I say, yeah, boy, who want to say, baby, Ashe. But Somerset and normally Raja Airborne. So Raja, it's a Somerset. Somerset, if you want. But Somerset, it is me up home. And if Ghana, Pomina, and he says Somerset representing Ghana. Or more day, or more Indian, or more doing that other person of the city. To me, the says Ghana, even I can't Somerset with here. That's the emperor, when me and Communima, a best share voice in crying, as a best team in crying. Oh,
yeah, I say, Mammy, so basso. Hello, caller.
Good afternoon.
Open it, you so your first August, a friend. Okay, yes, you.
Yes, yes, I have to go. Yes, you have to buy my I have to go to the have to go. I'm going to come like I mean, you can't say. The format. But if you want to sit in your own, how many matches you may have can't tell you.
Yes, I so basso. Hello. Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Yes, sir. Good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Open it yet your first August, a free now. What was
I'm part of a friend, please.
Oh, okay. It's you.
Yeah, fancy. Yeah, Ghana Park and I'm person making one.
Okay.
I'm talking about fancy. But I was to send the war.
Hey, kakra fine. What are you?
Kakra. Fancy. You intend to focus if you are still free. I'm breaking up. I'm being now. Baba, I'm a nice standard there. Educated. Fancy, we make them politics about Ghana and the football. No. Because I still have quite 25 for a scam of the year. We didn't know you sports with the next and the Lanka Naba.
Whoa, Mate, Era say, Oba, so yen fawe. Hello. Hello, caller.
Hello.
Yes, sir, open your first August, a free.
But if I may, Kwaku, but if I free,
Kwaku, it's you.
And I can't a stadium now. I want as an Ghana football before.
stadium enye omodia Ghana for the that enye omodia nti omuma community no enya mo e die dan na ska de wontu ka to bia omo first kano ire momo na omama community no maintain ayina esipon advice the president ko so see no enye stadium ketwa enso shezara stadium efiaye so ko we pass na ka ho so ko enye ni ba to zama nti no momo no kwa eyo ndo su ai kimi ya bibiene sai para kimi ya wonde ai na kimi ya boy baba I want no we be to with you because ocean that is our main na chapel nti no ai PS na beche ai muneno na amata to so ina ai tim na maka no mo de na mutu e ba gure me na Ghana fe nje nti yana pe no mo shadi pana
Mate
mo se adrodo
Mate, yes, we damasi. Yes, I am winning our massive. My main birthdays no real quick na fee. And sorry, so my fees and far Sompa extra and so Madedican. Happy birthday to Akwasi Metroman. Metroman Akwasi and your birthday from Hazard. And just say guys, I say yeah, sure what up. I mean, show on your Wakoma Swadia Manafi on yeah, 1 and I want to see be fine. A birthday and say when be so because more no. Happy birthday going out to WO1 Rashida to Abudu or Ghana Air Force from my sister Mavis and HS Kwaku Teriano Kwame Terianum and say young Reshe Awadapa and WO1 and our day Yame Enton Super and wo birthday no so man your man and fine na bibia so enkwe emma the chatwa happy birthday going out to Superintendent Mr. Thomas Bedu Poku or in Carrier District Police Commander. Oh no, in Carrier District Police Commander, and Superintendent Mr. Thomas Bedu, and with their happy birthday, and so I'm away through wife, and no man in our home, Kwabana Reconum, and I say, yeah, sure, happy birthday, and yeah, see, yeah, sorry, so na fees ababetua, so yeah, the moon from Monday, ababesi, and then open one of my kind home, ababia. Show no show yedama say nyame nhwa mo na onye obi akoma so ade e man till then ya sorry ya crowd